Hello, everyone, and peace of Christ, all of you. Please invite your friends and let us share the link with everybody we know. Look like we don't have many people yet here. Maybe we should do less videos because maybe you are tired. Um, a Muslim, he posted this in my Facebook. Actually, I was going to talk about Allah as the smart Allah and the smart Muhammad, but I find that this is a smart too. And for sure, I'm being sarcastic here. Uh, This is what this gentleman, the Muhammadan, his name is Junaid al-Baghdadi. He said, top 10 reasons why Jesus is not God. And this is not what he said. Muslims are copying and pasting. This is, Muslims never even read anything. They copy paste. This is a program made many years in the Deen Show, and I called the Deen Show many times, and the coward, they will never let me go through. Top 10 reasons why Jesus is not God. And the funny, they are 10. I mean, I was so disappointed they are not a 12. Too bad. But anyway, God had no beginning, but Jesus was born. Here you notice the Islamic silly mentality, because God has no beginning. And who said to you that Christ has a beginning? His birth have nothing to do with his beginning. Jesus says, before Abraham, I am. So it's a very silly, stupid understanding and stupid logic. Obviously, you do not know anything about Christianity. And as long you are the one who said God has no beginning, and as long we have verses saying clearly that Jesus exists before Abraham, then you need to explain to us what happened exactly. How Jesus, and you just said, I'm using your logic, Abdul. You see, I'm using your logic, not my logic. Please just think carefully about what we are talking about. Jesus says to the Jews that Abraham, he saw my day. Abraham, he saw my day. They said to him, what? What do you mean? How Abraham saw your day, and he rejoiced for your day, which means he saw him, he met him. The Jews said to him, you are not yet 50 years old and exist, which means, like you're, Abraham, you seen Abraham? Yeshua, not the stupid Isa name in the Quran, which means your prophet even do not know how to pronounce correctly any name. I mean, where is this Isa is coming from? How silly. Yeshua said to them, timeless truth, I speak to you. Before Abraham, I would exist. I am the living God. So the Abdul saying to us, well, if Jesus, he is a God, God, Jesus was born, and the Christian even they celebrate Christmas. So how Jesus was just began to exist? And here you see the answer for your silly question. Even in your silly Quran, it says that Jesus is the word of God which sent down to Mary. So Jesus in your stupid Quran claim that Jesus was, and again I'm saying your Quran, not my book now, talking about your Quran. In your Quran, that Jesus was in heaven and he was sent down to Mary. He was sent down as what? You just said God have no beginning. Do the word of God have a beginning? No Muslim dare to say yes, because all Muslims agree that the word of God is not created. All Muslims. And actually the second you say that the word of God is created, it's the same second you became an apostate. This is your funny Quran saying it clearly that Jesus the Messiah is the word of God. And here you notice, by the way, the Muslim translation as an example in this translation of who? Khalil Khan. The Muslims always they lie when they translate. Never trust a Muslim translation. Change the translator, even though the translator, the other translator is a Muslim, you will find that right away it's different story. Look what they added here. He is a spirit created by him. Okay, where is in the Quran it says created by him? Who want to show it to me? Where in the Quran, in the Arabic, it says created by him? That because they are liars. يا أهل الكتاب لا تغلوا في دينكم ولا تقولوا على الله إلا الحق إنما المسيح عيسى ابن مريم رسول الله وكلمته ألقاها إلى مريم وروح منه. Liars. Nowhere it says created by him. Cowards. They corrupt their book. They are corrupting the corrupt book. After all the corruption happened to the Quran, which is a corrupt, you cannot corrupt it more than the corrupt Muhammad, and now they are corrupting the translation. We changed the translation, and look how amazingly right away, and we are going to use a Muslim translation. We're not going to use different translation. I mean, not a Christian translation. Look, the word created by him is gone. And instead of a created by him, it says, read carefully, that he is a messenger of Allah, and his word which bestowed on Mary, and the spirit proceeding from him, not created by him, you liar. Proceeding, ing. So look what we learned here, that the Messiah before became a man, he was the word of God. This is exactly what the book of John says. In the beginning it was the word, and the word was with God, and the word is was the God. And then in verse number 14 it says, and the word became a flesh. So you foolish, you are saying to us, how that can be, when your Quran is saying to you, yes, Jesus was the word of God and he is from heaven, he is not from earth. If we go and search in a prophet Google, you will find that all Muslims agree that the word of Allah is not created. Well, I'm typing in Arabic. Hold on. I'm going to show you in English. Read carefully. The madness of the cult of Islam. The Quran is the word of Allah, and it is not created. Here you will see that Islam is split to many Islam in the second you say that. And this is showing us how Islam is a very confusing, stupid cult. If the Quran is not created, that's mean we have any created Allah versus any created Quran. If the Quran is not created, that's mean the Quran have no beginning, have no end. The guy, he said to us in his statement that how Jesus can have a beginning. God has no beginning. The Quran has no beginning and is not created. So now we have two gods in Islam. We have Allah and we have the Quran. And as long as the Quran is not created, that's mean all the word of God is not created. And I'm talking about the God here. When I'm saying Allah supposedly. Remember, I'm talking to you, Muhammadan. So do you notice here how silly this cult is? They do not know their own yellow pages book, and yet they attack our book. Yet even your God, Allah, did not know even what the Trinity is. He thinks that Mary is the Trinity. The more we see Muslims posting, the more we laugh. Now, look at this disaster. The word of Allah is not created. The answer, this is the scholar answering. The Quran is the word of Allah. Maybe he exalted, and it is not created. Okay, so where is coming from? From Allah. Is it created? No. Unbelievable. You know, here, as long the Quran is not created, that's mean the Quran must be an individual divine. Are we listening, Abdul? As long the Quran is not created, that's mean the Quran is a divine by himself or itself. So you Muslim, you say we don't believe in the Trinity, but now you have a twin. You have a twin God. Hmm? You have twin God. How you explain that to us? What's happening? Any Muhammadan? So when a Muslim he make an opposition to Christianity, is not because Christianity is not convincing for him. It's just because Muhammad says so, and we have to come with all the excuse. As long you are saying that how God can have a beginning, well, we are going to prove to you that Allah has a beginning. Allah has a beginning and has an end, because he is a a physique dimension. If we go in the Sahih Hadith, we will find that Allah, he is I don't know what they call him. Maybe he is I don't know what his shape is, but look, read with me carefully. Allah has a shape, and he will come to you in the nearest pictures you know in your mind. By the way, this is false translation. As long Allah has a shape, so how you say to Allah he has no beginning? You see, the birth of Jesus is the existence of the shape, not the existence of God. That shape, that flesh. When you say and you agree that Allah he has a shape, that's mean he has a beginning for that shape. Your God, the God of Islam, is not a spirit. If we search again in Prophet Google, and always, as you see, we use Islamic reference, Allah is not a spirit. Allah is not a spirit. A Muhammadan debating somebody, maybe it's me, he said he is debating with a Christian and asking, does God have a spirit? Talking about who? About Allah. The answer, no. The answer, no. Allah has no spirit. The spirit or a soul is one of the attribute of Allah, rather is not, sorry, not one of the attribute of Allah, rather it is one of the things that have been created by Allah. So look what we have now. We have a shape. It's confirmed that Allah he has a shape, but the shape has no spirit inside it. Allah will come to the Muhammadan in a shape. Let us see, this is the shape. We don't know how the shape will be, okay? I'm just imagining. So I don't know really, and this is the shape of Allah. Allah is big and it's so beautiful too, okay? And he have one leg and he have two hands in the right side, as the hadith says, because both Allah hands are right. So Allah, the shape, he has no spirit. And what spirit mean? Spirit mean the power of life. So if Allah is a shape, he's a physical being. If you remember my debate with Dr. Baikli, he said yes, Allah is a physical being, but do you think you're all the same as Allah? I don't care if I am the same as Allah or not. I am better than Allah. Because I have a spirit, he is just a physical being. Physical mean it can be a table, it can be a rock, it can be a piece of wood. Before, you know, it's a physical being. So your God has no spirit. So what it is? An idol? Maybe the black stone? Is that why he said, Muhammad, that the black stone is the right hand of Allah? Is that why he said that the black stone in the judgment day is going to have eyes and tongue? It's a stone, has no spirit. So here you notice that the Muslims, they are ignorant about their cult, and they come to us with silly accusation against Jesus, saying this is the reason he cannot be God. But they cannot explain to us. Jesus is not God. Okay, we got that. Jesus is a prophet. We got that. But why only Jesus is the word of God? Why only Jesus is alive until now? Why only Jesus is born, but he have no father? Why Jesus is in the heaven? Why everybody is dead? Why Jesus is coming back? Why Jesus, the only one in the Quran mentioned he can create from the mud the bird? Why only Jesus can make the blind see? Why only Jesus can make the one who cannot walk walk? Why only Jesus can tell you what you hide in your houses? Why only Jesus is called holy in the Quran? Why only Jesus, shaitan cannot touch him? Which means Muhammad was touched by shaitan. So Jesus is just a person. He's no one. And not only that, they say that Muhammad, who is a criminal, is the best of mankind. I mean, name for me a crime and Muhammad was not accused by his followers, not us. Even his followers, they accuse him of stealing underwear. Have you ever heard of a prophet of God being, you know, accused by his followers? The thieves are fighting over the theft. So if we go back a little bit and see this this Muhammadan is speaking about Jesus, you will see how silly. But by the way, those questions can be very important for someone. He's dumb. He do not know much about the cult of Islam and about Christianity. And there's many Christians, they are Christians by name, and there's many Muslims are Muslims by name. They have no idea what Islam, they have no idea what Christianity. And then he says, Jesus never said, worship me. Okay, so if I say now worship me, that will make me God. That is a very silly, stupid statement. No, Jesus, he said, and people worship him, and we can show you tons of verses in the Bible, and he did not say to them, don't worship me. Same time, here we go. That's just the verses I was quoting for you a second ago. Jesus said many times, I am the living God. I am. Who? The living God. Jesus said, I am the truth. Jesus said, the one who saw me, he saw the Father. How you can see Jesus? By seeing him, you see the Father, you see God. For Jesus is the visible image of the invisible God. But as you see, your God is a visible shape, but he will show his shape later, not now. He will play with us hide and seek. And by the way, Allah not only he have a shape, he have many shape. Let me show you. Try not to laugh. Allah is like a snake who changed his shape. Have you ever heard of such a thing before? Read carefully. And remember, this is Sahih al-Bukhari. Don't tell me that the game of weak and strong and potato, vitamin A and D. Anything the Muslim they don't like, they say it is weak. And by the way, weak is accepted. This is why it's given a rank. Weak is a rank, is not rejected. This is why it says weak. Weak, which means we cannot reject it, we can throw it in the garbage, but we don't have enough reporters or to sponsor it, the same as other many. but it doesn't mean it is not right. But however, this is a very fat hadith, big, heavy, 400 pounds and maybe even bigger, especially the shape of Allah is involved in it. So you can imagine how heavy it is, to the point even the Quran says and the interpretation says that when the angels of Allah, or the 8 wheels of Allah, they wanted the eight goats, mountain goats, they wanted to carry Allah, they could not carry him because he's so heavy, very heavy. Now read with me. Allah will come to them in a shape other than the shape they knew. Do you see it? Okay. In his statement, this Muhammadan, and by the way, this is not his statement again, he is copy and pasting as the rest of the Muhammadan. He said that God is invisible. God is invisible. So how God, your God, is visible and he have a shape, and he will come to you in a shape other than the one which you know? And what we have now, we have two Allah in two shape. Shape number one, shape number two. What happened to shape number one when Allah he got shape number two? Did he shoot it? Did he burn it? Did he shred it? Did he put it in the recycle machine? Because if Allah will come in a shape other than the one which they know, and I don't know what the shape you know, can you tell me please? Or Muhammad is just making a stupid statement here. What is the shape you know? Octopus? What is the shape of Allah? Who is a Muslim he knew the shape of Allah? What Muhammad is talking about? And now Allah is coming in a shape other than the one which mean you Muslims you know. And look what will happen. The second Allah will come to you with the new shape, you will kick the ass of Allah. And you will say to him, get lost. You are not our God. Am I saying that? No, your prophet. Read with me. He will say, after he come to you with the shape which you don't like, obviously, maybe because it's too fat, I don't know, Allah will come to them in a shape other than they know, and will say, I am your Lord. Huh? I am what? Your Lord. Okay, what you Muslims will say? You Muslims, not me, Muhammadan. You will say, we seek refuge with Allah from you. So now we have two Allah. We have Allah, the one you accept, and we have Allah, the one you reject. And why this Allah is rejected? To the point you think he is Satan, because here we go, you are saying we seek refuge with Allah from you. The Quran says to you, when Shaitan he whisper into you, seek refuge by Allah. So you here not only saying that we refuse you, you are saying you are Satan. And all of this why? Because he changed his shape. Which means you Muslims, you don't follow God, you follow a shape. If you have baby chickens and they are just came from the egg, anything move around them, even if it's a cat, they follow it. They think this is their mommy. Are you doing the same? So you are used to a shape around you, and if the shape change, you refuse. So Allah now, after you kick his bum and you say to him, hey Allah, you are not our God, you are just a shaitan, and we spit on you. We seek refuge from you. You are insulting Allah. Then look what Allah will do. Allah will go to his bedroom, or maybe he will go to Thailand, and he will make a surgery. He will change his shape. Read carefully. It's not me who's saying that. You will say to him, we will not follow you. You are evil. You are the shaitan. A'udhu billah. And then when our Lord come to us, we will recognize him. Okay, so now we did not recognize you, so you are not Allah. And then Allah will come to them in a shape they knew or they know, and they will say, he will say, I am your Lord. Sound like the Lord of the Ring. They will say, no doubt, for sure you are our Lord, absolutely. But this is the same Allah 5 minutes ago he came to you and you kick his bum. So you Muslims, you are following a very silly, stupid cult. Why even Allah is doing this? What is the point? To bring insult to himself? And how God can change his shape? You Muslim, you say, you keep saying to him, how God can, you know, I say to you, oh, God is almighty, he can do whatever he wish. Are you going to say the same now? He can do whatever he wish. But why he wish that? Why he changed his shape? So if God come to you in the shape of Jesus, you will say to him, as we see here, you are Satan, we reject you. And the proof in front of your eyes. You don't like the shape of Jesus, so you rejected Jesus. But since when God is about a shape, Jesus says, from their fruits you shall know them. And we know Christ not from his shape, but from his fruits. Your God have no fruits except evil. Actually, even the evil is not his fruit. Even the evil is not his fruit. It's the fruit of Muhammad. Allah does not exist. There's nothing is called Allah. When the Arab and people around Muhammad, they keep saying to Muhammad, okay, bring us a sign, give us a sign, just one sign. What Muhammad he said? They are asking about a sign. He told them, Allah, he told me, wait, and we will be waiting. What? What? Huh? What do you mean? Huh? Wait, and we will be waiting. Waiting for what? When the sign is going to come? Any Muslim can tell us? People asking Muhammad, okay, where is the, you know, I mean, look at this. What about Muhammad saying to us that, or Allah saying to us that he have a strike, he will not do miracles. Chapter 17 verse number 59. Okay, what does that mean? We never refrain, and we refrain from sending the signs only because men of a former generation treated them as false. What a false excuse. Because the Christians believe in all the miracles of Jesus and the previous prophets. So what do you mean? And now people, they don't believe? Just to show you the hypocrisy. This Muhammadan copy-paste article, he said that there is many people that not believe in Jesus during his time that he's a God or he's God. Well, there's many people do not believe in Muhammad God in the same time, in the time of Muhammad. And not only that, until now I don't believe that Allah is God. So what does that mean? But yet there's many people believe. Very silly. And your prophet, he confirmed that the Christian says that Jesus is Allah, which is stupid, by the way, to say, because we don't believe that Jesus is Allah. Who is Allah? So if we go back here, you need to ask yourself, why Jesus in his time did not say, okay, asking me for miracles, I refrain. God told me I refrain from sending you miracles. If Jesus is a prophet of Allah, and Moses is a prophet of Allah, and 128,000 prophet was sent by Allah, this is what the Muslim they say, 124,000. Why all of them they have miracles, and in the time of Muhammad, that's it, Allah he have refrained. He did join the yellow vest in a France strike. He will not go to work. Please Allah, give us a sign. I refrain. because it doesn't matter. I do sign for you or I don't do sign for you, you will not believe me. If we ask Zakir Naik, brother, why Allah he refrained from giving miracles, what Zakir Naik will say? That's very easy to explain, and I know the question. It's coming from a guy named Christian Brent. Put yourself in the suit of Allah, and people, you keep giving them miracle after miracle after miracle, and you don't believe. And now you are asking for more miracle. That's it. I'm done with you. So Allah he refrain, brother. What the heck? Allah he refrain. And the funny, which make it more stupid, the Muslims, they say that the Quran itself is a miracle, don't they? So how you say to us, I am not going to do a miracle, but by speaking you just did, because the Quran is a miracle supposedly. Do you notice the stupid statement, guys? Do you understand what I'm saying? If the Quran, if making Quran is a miracle, so how Allah he says we refrain from sending miracle by saying those 3 words? You just made a miracle, because nobody can say we refrain from making miracle. Can you make Quran like this, brother? Can you make a Quran like this? I can make something close. I refrain from making falafel. Does it work? No. Okay. I will say I refrain from taking shower. No. Okay, I will refrain from sending signs. I mean, the proof that Allah is God, that he will not do miracles. This is the proof he's God. Have you ever heard of madness like this? Allah trying to convince those who don't believe in Muhammad that he is God. And how he convinced them? By saying, I'm not going to do miracles. So when the Muslims they argue about the 10 reasons that Jesus cannot be God, all those reasons proving that Jesus is God, because Jesus he said, I am the Alpha, I am the Omega, I am the beginning, I am the end, which means everything began by him. Even the Bible confirm everything was created by him and for him. Show me, silence me where Jesus says I am God, worship me. Isn't it Jesus says, not everyone says to me, God, God will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will? What the Muslims don't want to understand, that God, he humbled himself, he came in a person of a man. Yet the Messiah, the Word of God, never commits sin. He took the nature of a man. He came to us in a person of a man, but still he is holy. And even your Quran, he confirmed that. If we go to chapter 19, verse number 19, in the yellow pages of Allah, we will find the following. Supposedly this is the Messiah speaking about himself. He said, sorry, the angel is speaking about the Messiah. The Messiah speak later. The angel, according to Muslims, they say this is an angel. By the way, nowhere in the Quran it says that this is an angel, because here the word is used is spirit, and that spirit appear, it is the spirit of Allah. Here in the translation it says, we sent her, our angel. Big fat lie. In Arabic it says, فَأَرْسَلْنَا إِلَيْهَا رُوحَنَا فَتَمَثَّلَ لَهَا بَشَرًا سَوِيًّا. The word ruhana mean our spirit. Our spirit. And that spirit appear in a perfect man look, a perfect man. And here we need to ask a question. If the spirit of Allah here in this case, we told you that Allah has no spirit, remember, right? If the spirit here is an angel, as the Muslim they tried to come with the conclusion, it's a conclusion, it's not never written in the Quran that this spirit is an angel sent to Mary. As long the angel is a spirit, yet the angel, he can come as a man. Why God cannot do what angel can do? Are you Muslims claiming that angel is more powerful than God? And what angel can do, God cannot? If there is any Muslim would like to give us a call. An angel, he can transform himself into a man. Allah cannot. Not only that, where in the Quran it says that Allah is not a man? You see, I will go with you. You Muslim, you say where Jesus says this, where Jesus says that. Okay, show me where the Quran says Allah is not a man. You are saying to me that Allah, he says nothing like him. This is a statement taken from the Old Testament. That's number one. Number two, nothing like me too. Trust me. And nothing like you. Every one of us, even if we are born, even if you have a twin, even your twin is different from you. Even according to science, the flickers of snow, not a single one of it, even if there are trillions of them, not a single one, a flicker of snow is the same as the other one. Does that mean snow is God? Water is God? Where in the Quran Allah he says I am not man? Actually, I'm going to show you that Allah he said I am a man and I like to have sex with women. But later, shall we? If we go in the Quran, you will say the following. Can you change the translator of that verse? What verse? You change it. I mean, what a difference. I don't agree with any translation, by the way. I would change it only if you are a Muslim, Mr. Roni. Are you a Muslim? The guy who asked me to change the translation, are you a Muslim? Roni? Are you a Muslim? Because if there is a Muslim want to talk to me, want to prove me something, so why I want to change? I mean, why you want to waste my time? I thought you are a Muslim. All right. Look what the Quran said. In chapter 22, verse number 17, Allah is talking. Remember, Allah is talking, not Muhammad. He said, and just to change the translation, because okay, maybe some people they say, okay, maybe he like Yusuf Ali. As I said, I agree with none of the Islamic translation. I use them to get Islam busted. Otherwise, all of them they lie. Always put that in your mind. You will never find an honest translator or translation. Read carefully. Had we intended to take a pastime, by the way, it doesn't say pastime. The word lahu in Arabic means fun today, but in the old days they call women, they call them lahu, for supposedly, you know, Islam does not respect women. They are just sex toys according to Allah. So here he used the word lahu. He did not use the word wife. He did not use the word he used the word lahu, which means women for fun, for sex specifically. And this is why between the two bracket, the guy he said to you, i.e. a wife or a son, because simply he would have sex and then would have a son. We could surely have taken it from us. Okay, hold on. Allah is one God and there's no other Allah. But now Allah, he want to have sex with the women, and he called that women who he will sleep with from ourself, from us. Any Muslim have an answer for this? Don't tell me Allah here he say us, he mean himself, because that will make it that Allah will have sex with himself. Allah will marry himself. So don't play this game. Like Allah, he says us, it's like his majesty. Yeah, right. Well, his majesty now is speaking about having a woman in the bed. Are you saying to me that Allah is a double gender? He's male and female like some fish? That is a fishy interpretation. Any Muslim have an idea? And by the way, if there is any Muslim, he have the courage to call me right now. Please, Christian Prince, he is welcoming you. All the Muslim cleric, they don't even dare to say hello to me. Where are they? Where are they? Who want to explain to us how Allah will marry Allah? There's only one Allah, right? Okay, Allah saying he will have sex with us. The Muslim, they will say, but he don't want. I don't care he want or not. Maybe later. This is in all the news, by the way. This is 1400 years ago. Maybe Allah after that he ate some different food and he changed. He want to have sex now. Do we have any Muhammadan? Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, and don't forget to unsubscribe if you are old. This is how you get the blessing of Allah, because Allah, he taught a very great wisdom that the good deeds can erase all the previous deeds. What a stupid cult. So if you want to erase your bad deeds, subscribe to me. This is a bad deed. And then tomorrow unsubscribe, or you can unsubscribe right away, because by doing this good deed, Allah will erase all the previous deed for the previous year. Unbelievable. What a stupid cult. And by the way, if you don't believe me, I can show you the reference. Don't play games with me. You know, don't play games with me. You can't. Any Muhammadan? And after I finish broadcasting, you will see the Muslims posting underneath saying Christian Prince is a stupid, he's a liar, he's a blah, 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 blah. When Christian Prince keeps saying who wanna call me, we hear none. Christian Prince, he go, they come. Who is a Muslim wanna call me? Mayday, Mayday. If you are a Muslim and you have answers, give me your Skype and I will call you immediately. Anyone? I am a liar? Okay, Jerome, why I'm lying? Where is my lie? Can you point your finger at lie? No, not here, not in. Point your finger at my lie, not at my nose. Hey, Jerome, where is my lie? All what you Muslims you do, you say you are a liar, you are a liar, you are a liar, but you cannot prove me lying. I'm showing you in the screen. Okay, hold on. Guys, what if we go and see the interpretation of the verse? Shall we? Can we do that? Let us read together the interpretation. Muslims, because the Quran is so clear, they have thousands and millions of interpretation, and after all the interpretation, still nobody understands the Quran. Praise be to Allah. Because Islam is a confusion cult. So let us go to the interpretation. Brother, in the interpretation we find this, and you tell me if I am lying or not. Can we? All right, I will put it for you in the screen, and you tell me who is lying. And those are my books, by the way. You can read my books and you will leave Islam immediately. If you can resist, let me know. This is Tafsir al-Jalalain, and this is the official government of the government of Jordan website. Actually, this website is owned by the king of Jordan himself. You can read underneath, it says Tafsir al-Jalalain, translation by Firas Hamza, 2017, Royal of Ahlul Bayt Institute of Islamic Thought, Amman, Jordan. The royal family, they are royal now. The king of Jordan, he became royal. The British, they brought him, they make him royal. This is what the British did in the Middle East. They brought a bunch of trashy, corrupt people from the middle of Arabia, and they made them kings and princes. This is what England did in the Middle East. And now they believe themselves they are royal, you know, the royal Saudi, the royal Qatari, the royal Kuwaiti, the royal Bahraini, and not long time ago they don't even know what a shower is, and now they became royal and princes and they have Rolls Royce. But anyway, not our topic. Had we desire to find some diversion, that which provides diversion in the way of a partner or a child, we would have found it with ourselves from among the beautiful eyed houris or angels. Are you there? Where is the guy who was saying to me you are a liar? Allah is going to sleep with ourselves? You Muslim, you keep saying to us when Allah he says ourselves, that's the statement of his majesty, like he, because he's a great, like kings when they speak. Allah is copying the king of Jordan, so he's we. But Allah here is talking about having sex. If Allah is not a man, how he says if we want to take, we will take a woman as a partner? How God can partner with the women? Actually, this is perfect to show you something this Abdul he said in his statement there, copy paste. If we go in his statement, he said, well, God, he gave his God, so he gave a baby like dogs, they give babies to dogs. Read, I'm just using your logic, Abdul. I mean, your logic is horrible and you are getting Allah busted with no mercy. Let me highlight for you. Hey, I had a son who is a goldfish, or I have a son who is me. I had myself, or I made myself. So it doesn't make any sense. And he's saying to you, so God, he gave a God as a baby God? I'm going with your logic. Okay, when Allah he called women ourself, that's mean the likeness of Allah are women who they are in heaven. And now Allah he is saying he want to marry a woman. So the son which Allah will have from having sex with that woman is going to be a goldfish or a baby human or baby Allah? Any Abdul? Any Muslim have an answer? You see, I'm using your reference. I'm not. This is your logic. This is your challenge. Saying what? God, he will have a son, baby God. Okay. Well, Allah, if he have sex with this woman in the heaven, she is a woman. I mean, how can God have sex with the women? And in order for Allah to have sex, that's mean with the women, that's mean he have a male penis. Excuse my language. Correct, guys? If Allah has a desire, and now he's saying he don't have a desire, but who care if you have a desire or not? That means it's possible. It's possible for what? If you want to have a woman to have a child from her, you want to take a partner, and the partner is what? Is from the among the beautiful eyed houris, but the houris are human. How Allah is going to partner with a human female in the bed? I will give some options. What they call this thing in the hospital, they put like something in needle in your arm, and there is a tube with liquid. What they call it? Serum? I don't know. So maybe Allah will have sex with her in such a way, like he sleep next to her, and they put a tube in his arm. How Allah is going to have sex with the houri? She's a woman. He's what? If Allah is not a man, Allah is going to have sex with her in which way? He will use his nose, his fingers, because the hadith says Allah have 5 fingers. Maybe his fingers, one of them is like a you know what I mean? How Allah will have sex with this woman? Any Muhammadan? And look at them, they are so quiet. You think you're only baby God? A God gave son baby God? A God now he will have what? He will have sex with the houris, and what he will have? Baby rabbit? What Allah will have? Baby camel? Baby Allah? This is why they avoid to speak to me. Sharon, you wanna call me? Why? Are you a Muslim? Are you a Muslim? We take only Muslim calls, please. Any Muslim want to say something? Uh, any Muhammadan have something to say? Who want to answer us about Allah want to have sex with a female? And why Allah saying if you want to have a son, he need a female? Anyone have an answer? Actually, in the Quran, Allah he said, how Allah can have a son if he don't have a girlfriend? So Allah or Aka Muhammad confirmed that the God of the Muhammadan, he cannot be God, for he is limited with the ability of having children the same as we are. I cannot have a son unless I have a partner, regardless if it's a female wife or a girlfriend. But Muhammad, he made it clear, and the Quran made it clear how he can have a son. Do you see it, guys? It's not me who's saying that. This is Quran. How can he have a son when he has no wife? Okay, nice to meet you. I'm really, I understand your logic. Question: how Mary in the Quran, she have no boyfriend, that yet she have a son? I mean, do you see how stupid the logic? If you are saying it is impossible to have a son without having a boyfriend or a girlfriend, then it should be impossible for Mary to have a son. Any Muhammadan? This is a stupid logic. Anyone? This is not only stupid logic, that's proven to us that the God of Islam cannot be Almighty God. Almighty God do not need a girlfriend to have a son. He do not need anyone. He can, even the Quran says if Allah wants something to be, he say be. And by the way, that is different stupid story. Who is a Muslim can show me where Allah he said be and it was? He challenged me, but he don't want to give me his Skype. So challenge me what? You want to change me from being in the bushes? What is your Skype, Mark? I will call you. Give me your Skype. Let us see how good you are. I like Muslims who they are very strong and they ate a lot of halib and shish kebab before they call me. I hope you are ready. Can you give us your Skype, Mr. Mark? Or you are challenging me just to challenge and to show your girlfriend that you are a hero like Allah? Because always Muslim they challenge me, but they don't do it. Any Muslim? Is the girlfriend or wife in Arabic? It's a girlfriend in Arabic. It says sahiba. Sahiba. You can ask anyone who speak Arabic. Don't tell him what the topic. Tell him what is the word sahiba. He will say to you girlfriend. This is the word sahiba. Never mention wife. Any Muhammadan? You guys ask me why Christian friends don't have kids. Because I don't have sahiba. Me and Allah, we are the same. We have the same problem. Allah is trying to find a girl. Christian prince, he cannot find a girl because Allah. I don't understand why Allah he cannot find, because Allah is so handsome. He's very good looking. Ask any Muslim, he will say Allah is so beautiful, but they never saw him. How do you know? I understand my situation, why women they don't want to marry me. I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, look at this. You don't see what you are seeing. Thank God I don't even see my face now. I would be scared. Any Muslim want to tell us what's happening here? So you see right away how silly the logic of the Muhammadan, and this is why we made a video a few days ago. A Muslim he called me, he says don't use our logic, which means he's saying our logic is stupid, don't use it. Any Muslim have something to say? Nobody? Auction? Sold? Should we say sold? Allah is sold? What? So when the Muslims they speak about logic, and here by the way, have you ever heard of Muslim making fun of Christians believing that Jesus was born of a virgin? Never. Never. But is that logical? In fact, it's not. There's no logic of this as a Muslim. For me as a Christian, I find the logic for it because Jesus is a son of no man. That's why we believe he is son of God. Who is the one who is my father? The answer is very simple. Scientific answer. Forget about husband and etc. The man who slept with my mother and make her have me. That is my father. Is that correct, guys? The man who slept with your mother is your father. Sleep with her and make her have you, regardless he is your father or from whatever relationship. Okay. According to Islam, who is the one who made Mary have a son? Any Muslim can answer? I'm using your logic. Who is the one who made Mary have a son? The Muslim, they say Allah. So who is the father of Jesus? Unbelievable. This is a very smart cult. Super smart cult. Here's a Skype. Okay, hold on. The guy, he posted his Skype. Let me call him. Hold on. I need to open my Skype. Give me a second, please. We welcome any Muslim to call us, by the way. All right. And don't worry, we will be nice to you. I'm a very nice person. Actually, I got Nobel Prize for being nice. And I can prove it to you. Like in the other day, there was a friend of mine. He have a banana in front of him. And I was so nice to the point I ate only half of his banana and half of his sandwich without getting his attention. That was very nice. Okay, let us find your name. I cannot find your name. Okay, I have 3 names here. Which one is you? There's a guy with the picture of a female, and there is a guy, Life Embarasos Socus. Which one is you? Mahambu Muhambalit Fit 777. Which one is you, my friend? The guy who called himself Mark. Which one is you? Are you there? No, but in this, in the thing, see, all of them, they have the same name. All of them, Mark Hamble, the same. There's 3 names, actually more than 3. Oh man, I click at more, I got like 500. Look at this. All of those are Mark Hamble. So which one is you? I mean, look at this. They're endless, up and down, up and down. I mean, which one is you? So how do you know which one to add now? Maybe you can find your ID. Give me the ID exactly, not a name. You see, everyone have an ID. Muhammad Abdul Rahman. None of them it says. Okay, change your name to Arabic so I will know which one. Why your name is Muhammad Abdul Rahman? Why you call yourself? I don't see you. There is nowhere I see Muhammad Abdul Rahman. You need to give me your ID. The ID, what it says, not the name you give yourself as a name. There's an ID. Like, let me show you what I mean. See those names here? All right, those are ID. Like this guy here, Life Mark Hamble, Life Mark Hamble 1 _1 Mark, etc. You see, this is your ID. This is your ID. So what's your ID? So we can find you. I'm not going to spend the day asking you which one is your ID. Come on. Allah is waiting for me. Oh, you don't see the screen? Hold on. You guys don't see a screen? Sorry, it's my fault. All right. Show me your ID. Which one is your ID? You see here? You see those? Here, like Dive, Mark Humble. This is an ID, not the name at the top. Here, this is a different ID. Here is this a different ID. All right. So which one is your ID? See? This is your ID, not the name. Otherwise, all of them, they are Mark Campbell. There's endless number of them. I'm not going to waste my time with you. Who is next? Any Muhammadan? Be nice, guys. No name calling, please. Muslim Pepper, you said if Allah pray, that's mean he have a God, correct? Correct? Well, Allah he pray. Didn't Allah he pray? Isn't it the Quran says Allahu wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi? Or you thought I am not reading your text? Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Allah and his angels, they are praying on the prophet. And Mimi Hijab, may Allah bless him, he says, this is why the translation he says for, not two. So Allah he pray for, but he don't pray two. But it doesn't matter. In the Muslim translation, they try to hide the problem. Here we go. This is the word yusalli. Everybody knows the word yusalli. Yusalli mean pray. You see, I will show you the same exact word in the Quran. The same exact word in the Quran. And you will find that always the translation of the word yusalli or yusallun, you know, it mean one thing. Praying. And here you notice the first translation and how the Muslims they try to avoid the disaster in the Quran. هو الذي يصلي عليكم. يصلي. Okay, I'm going to copy the word yusalli. I'm going to paste it as it is. Chapter 33, verse number 43. Remember, it is Allah who pray on you. Okay. So what is the word yusalli? You know what? I'm going to go to the hadith. I'm going to post the word yusalli right in the front of your eyes, as we took it from the Quran. Here we go. Yusalli. What the word yusalli? Pray. You see it? You see it? Pray. Anyone who speak Arabic, he knew that the word yusalli, here we go, yusalli, meaning pray. In the Quran, when the word is in the front of Allah, the Muslim they fabricate the translation and they say yusalli mean send the blessing. But let us show you how this is stupid. Because if Allah sending a blessing, as the Muslim they try to fabricate in their translation, read carefully. Allah he sent his blessing, grace, honor, blessing, blah blah blah, etc. That's a Muslim translation on the prophet and also his angel, and then they put two brackets says ask Allah to bless and forgive him. How stupid this bracket is. Because if Allah he blessed him already, why the angels need to ask Allah to bless him and forgive him? Is he forgiven already or not? The blessing of Allah is already sent. Do you see how they get themselves busted? Imagine I have a boss and I want him to give me a vacation. I go inside the office, he give me a vacation. I ask him for 1 month vacation. He says okay, 1 month vacation. I go out and I say, hey angels, go and ask Allah to give you 1 month vacation. He just gave you the vacation. Do you see how stupid they interpret, how they try to fool us? If Allah already blessed Muhammad, why You need to say, and the angels will ask Allah for a blessing. He already blessed Muhammad. Like, is that will expired? Is that like a credit card? So when they fabricate the translation trying to cover the problem, they add things which will make Islam incredibly foolish. Secondly, Pupar, you always post things. Why you don't call me man when you are going to be man? And you are talking about God being created. Do you know that your God is created from the sweat of a horse? Your God created from the sweat of a horse. Is that true? You see, you just made me remember something I did not talk about it for a while. Is it true? Who is a Muslim want to say to me you are a liar? There's nothing is called Muhammad Abdul Rahman. Abdul Rahman. What Muhammad? You mean search for him in Arabic? Okay. So why he give us Mark Hamble before? All right. Yeah, there's no such a name, Muhammad Abdul Rahman. This guy is a joker. See? I searched, there's no such a name. Forget about him. Muhammadan, is it true that your God Allah is created from the sweat of a horse? Hello? If we ask Zakir Naik if this is true or not, what you will say? Dr. Zakir Naik, here there is a brother, he's asking, is it true that Allah he created himself from the sweat of a horse? We have a Muslim caller, let us see.
Assalamu alaikum.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, hold on, let me be sure that. All right, how are you, Mr. Truth?
I'm good. How are you,
Wa
brother?
alaikum assalam. I'm fine. Did you hear me saying that Allah he is created from the sweat of a horse?
Yes, I want a reference for that if you don't mind, brother.
Okay. But you heard that before or never?
No, never.
Okay.
I would be amazed. I'm amazed right now. I'm shocked. I don't think there's
Well,
anything.
here we go. Here we go. I just open it. This is Lisanul Mizan. Do you see my screen?
In a second, brother. Yes.
Okay. Lisanul Mizan. You speak Arabic, right?
No.
No. So how we can? Okay, hold on. Let me then try to.
I'm not Arab, man.
Huh?
I'm Muslim.
I know you are a Muslim, but you are not an Arab, right? You are saying not an Arab. Okay,
No,
hold
I'm
on.
not Arabic.
Okay. Okay, you know what? I will show it to you in Arabic first, and then I'm going to click the translation of Google. But you know, Google is not really very much good, you know. Read with me. إن الله لما أراد أن يخلق نفسه خلق الخيل فأجراها حتى عرقت ثم خلق نفسه من ذلك العرق. Translation. I will click.
Yes.
English translation. All right.
Right.
It says he said here, he kept it as talk that God did not want to create himself. He created horses, so he made them sweat, and then he created himself from their sweat, not their race. This is a stupid translation of Google. Do you see it?
Let me see.
And for sure, by the way, the Muslim, they will say, we reject this hadith. We don't accept this hadith, brother.
Yeah, I'm not like that. I'm not like that. Don't worry.
No. I'm telling you, I mean, even how the idea come to their head, you see, there is no smoke without fire. Is that correct?
Yes.
So why a scholar, he will come to such a statement that Allah, he made the horses run. This is what it says in Arabic. Allah, he made the horses run, and when he made them run for a purpose, to sweat. And when they sweat, he
Yes.
created himself from the sweat of the horses.
What? It's really
Yeah, this is what it says. This is what it says.
we can't
Actually,
separate
well, this is what it says. I mean, this is not. And by the way, they might say
this.
to you, that this is Shia statement. Though this is not even Shia. This is Sunni, because Al-Hanbali is the one who came with this. You know. Let me see if I can find
Alhamdulillah.
you
Yes.
other reference.
Humbly. I don't know. I never
Um,
heard of that guy. This sounds
okay.
interesting.
Uh, yeah, it is. See, I'm trying just to find you like an official, not just a website.
Yes.
Okay, this is الموسوعة الميسرة في تراجم أئمة التفسير والإقراء والنحو واللغة. الموسوعة الميسرة, I don't know what to translate for you. Like, you know, if you have like a dictionary, but it's like a huge one. You know, this is what موسوعة is. In all the official writing of the scholars and the the imams. And here it says,
Yeah.
in the book of As-Sifat, it says, he have a hadith. It says, إن الله لما أراد أن يخلق نفسه خلق الخيل فأجراها حتى عرقت ثم خلق نفسه من ذلك العرق. When Allah, he wanted to create himself, he created the horses, and then he made it run. فأجراها حتى عرقت, until it sweat really heavy. And then he
Yes.
created himself from the sweat of that horses.
Yes. But so yeah, but it's then obvious that most Muslims, may if not all, will reject this hadith because it doesn't go hand in hand with the
But
Quran.
no, actually, it does go. It goes hand by hand with the Quran. Why it doesn't go by? Let me. Okay, you see, where in the Quran it says that Allah, he did not create it himself. Nowhere.
He begets not, and nor is he begotten.
Hold on. The hadith we showed you just a while ago, I don't know for how long you were watching, and we said that Allah,
I apologize. I
he
just
come.
watched
It's
for
all right, no problem, my friend. I welcome you. You are a very polite man, and you are welcome always to call me. The hadith, this is Sahih Bukhari.
Yes.
Sahih Bukhari is not a joke, correct? This is the most accurate reference. So
Yeah.
let us say this hadith there is rejected. Okay, no problem. What about here? Allah, he have a shape, and Allah, he changed his shape. So the second you say he have a shape and then he have other shape, that's mean somebody created that shape. Correct?
Correct.
Let us say, okay, Allah have a shape already now. But now you are saying to me that Allah will come to them in a shape other than they know. And he will say, so this is totally different shape. Okay, who is the one who created this shape? What do you think?
Allah.
Okay, so Allah created Allah?
If you, of course not.
Oh, but this is what it says. You are the one. I asked you, my friend. I asked you, who is the one who created that shape? But that shape is Allah.
What if that shape was there all along? If it,
No. That means there's two Allah. If that shape is Allah and the other shape is Allah, that means there's many Allah.
Yeah, this really this is the first time I'm hearing.
Always there is first time with the Christian prince. No, the reason is, and I hope you are listening carefully. The reason you, as a Muslim, You always says, I never. This is the first time I hear this, because when you read,
Mm,
you don't think deeply. You just read. And by the way, not only Muslims do that, even Christians. Most of people,
mm.
they don't really think deeply. Like if I give you this hadith by itself, I'm sure you heard me saying that this hadith before, don't didn't you? No,
You saying this hadith?
before you never heard me speaking about this hadith here. Not
Uh,
not the horse, this one,
Probably
the shape
maybe
of Allah.
I missed it.
Huh?
Probably I missed. Maybe I missed it.
Okay, so if Allah, he is coming to you with a shape, and
The
now he
shape.
is going to change his shape, who is the one who will
Mm.
give him the second shape? Either we say he borrow it or he buy it, bought it from somewhere, from Amazon.com, or he made it. Yeah,
Yes.
where he get it from? So the only solution, the best solution will be Allah, he created the shape, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
He did by himself.
all
Yes.
right, that's mean Allah created himself, because now he is that shape. He is that shape. Allah, he don't have a spirit. Allah is not a spirit. So that shape is Allah. Allah created the new shape. Allah created the new Allah.
Mm.
So what we would do now?
I
So
don't
we
know.
rejected the hadith about the horse, correct?
Yeah.
Because Allah created himself from the sweat of the horses, which I find it me myself is very weird. I mean, what and why horses? What about donkeys?
Camels. Camels.
Yeah, you Muslims are funny sometimes. But look at this. Here, this is they cannot deny this hadith. This is Sahih al-Bukhari. They show the reference, and nobody can deny even for a second that this is a very accurate hadith. What they will say? I'm lying.
No.
And this is appear in many places, not only in this hadith. Tons. So this is a very accurate hadith, confirming that Allah have shape number one and he has shape number two. And when I ask you, okay, when Allah come with different shape, who is the one who created the other shape? You said Allah, correct?
Yeah.
So Allah created himself.
So Allah created this shape, and then He turned into the shape that makes Him creating Himself.
Because you
Is that
see,
what?
if Allah created a shape and he will come to you in that shape, if that shape is not Allah, now we have a problem. Because how he is that shape? You see, it says there, read carefully with me. Allah will come to them in a
Mm.
shape they know
Shape.
and will say. So he is in a shape.
Yes.
Okay. So now he have a shape already, and now he will come to them in a shape they know, and he will say. So there's two shapes: shape they don't know, shape they know. And which way is very weird. I mean, what is the shape Muslims they know? This is very silly. And
Mm.
as I know, there's no Muslim,
Maybe
so
in the
Allah.
form, in a power like thing.
No. It's a shape, my friend. Even the Quran says he was so they will recognize him from his shin. You see, there's different hadith it says, and even the Quran says shin. So here Allah is coming in a new shape, other than the one which they know. That is a new creation of a new shape Allah will use. Who is the one who created
Yes.
that shape? Must be Allah. Allah created Allah. Okay, what happened now to the first shape, Muslim? You see, Allah, he come to
Ag-
them in other shape. Correct? That's what hadith saying. Okay.
Yes.
What happened to the shape before it?
Uh, of course, He changed shape. It's not. I don't think it's like a physical thing.
No, Allah is a physical. No, no,
He's
no,
just
no, no, no.
changing its
No,
form.
my friend, Allah is a
So
physical. No, Allah is
just
a
like
physical.
yeah, but brother, just like energy changes form, it doesn't have to be someone going inside something.
Okay,
It's just
first of
like
all, let us
it changes its
first of all,
form.
let us come to an agreement. Are you saying Allah is not a physical being?
Something we can compare? Of course not.
No, no, Allah is a physical being. You can go and watch my debate with many scholars. All of them, they agree that Allah is a physical being. All the Muslims agree. Allah is a physical being and he have no spirit.
Mm.
Allah has no spirit. Actually, I just opened the fatwa here.
Yes.
You see, there's a guy he's debating
Yes.
with the Christians like me, and he's asking if Allah has a spirit. He is
Mm.
debating with the Christians and is asking, does Allah has a spirit, have a spirit? The answer, no. The answer, Allah, the spirit or soul, is not one of the attributes of Allah. Rather, it is one of the things have been created by Allah. So Allah has no
Mm.
spirit. Okay. So if Allah is not spirit, he's not a physical being. So what he is? That's means he does not exist because nothing left. You have no other options. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get. Yeah, I
Okay.
get
So
you.
he is not a spirit, and now what is left? He's a physical being. Okay. So now he's a physical being, and now Allah creating a new shape of that physical being. Who is the one who created the physical being? Allah. Allah.
Mm.
Okay, what Allah he did to the first physical being? He killed him? He burned him? Or now we have to Allah?
He made it disappear. Just go
So Allah he made
like this.
Allah he made Allah disappear?
No, not like that. Not
No,
like
no,
that.
no, it have to be like that because let me try to explain it to you. Uh let us do this. Look with me in the screen. I'm going to draw something, and forgive me, my drawing is not I'm not an artist.
Same goes for me. Same
Okay,
goes
so
for
let
me.
us say I'm not going to make any shape to make fun of your God. Let us
No, no,
say,
I don't.
okay, here we go. I will
I
make
just love
this is
truth. I
Allah.
love. I don't.
Triangle. Okay, this is Allah, and now we have shape here, shape A and shape B. All right, all right. So
Yes.
this is shape number A, and this is shape number
Yes.
B. Wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, when Allah he was shape number A, shape A is Allah. He is Allah.
Mm.
He's not inside the shape, because to say he was inside the shape, that's mean he is a spirit maybe.
Mm.
But we discover he is not a spirit. So he is the shape. He is a physical being. So this physical being here, that shape is Allah, which is without
Mm.
spirit. There's no spirit inside this shape. Okay. Now Allah,
Mm.
he transformed himself, or he come in a new shape.
Uh, yes. Bro, can I ask you something real quick in between?
Okay.
So, when you were debating the scholars and stuff, did they actually agree that Allah was a spirit?
Absolutely. You can search for my debate with
Because
Dr.
I'm.
Nabil Baikli as an example. Dr. Nabil Baikli, the head of the
Mm.
Islamic Center of Tennessee, is a
I'll,
Sunni.
I'll,
He's a Sunni. And Imam of the Mosque of Tennessee, his name is Imam Malik Sar. Both of them, they were debating me. And they said clearly
mm.
with the clear words, we can find the video. They said Allah is a physical being. But how
I
Allah
can,
look like, we don't know. Dr. Ruhi have a PhD from
that's
Al
crazy.
Azhar. Huh?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, this is what it
Like,
is. This is what it is, my friend. It's not up to you,
I
up to me.
can't with you, brother.
This is what it is. This is what it is. So Allah, the physical being now. Okay. So Allah, he come to you in a new physical being. So what happened to the old physical being? If we say that the old physical being, as you said, making disappear, that's mean Allah, he made Allah disappear.
Mm.
So what happened?
Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense in Islam. You see, the Muslim, they say how God can be a man, right?
Mm.
Okay. How Allah can have shape? Why he have a shape anyway? As long as you are
I, I don't.
questioning, as long as
I don't
you are
believe
questioning the nature of
person
God.
Allah has a shape. Right?
Hmm?
Yes. Oh yeah, go ahead, brother. I was just saying I don't agree. From my point of view, that Allah is actually a physical thing, or
It's not up
maybe
to
even
you, my friend. It's not up to
spirit.
you. It's not up to me. You see, I'm sharing with you what Islam is, not my wishes or your wishes.
Yes.
This is Islam. Either you take it or you leave it. The same as you say Jesus is God. He's a man and God at the same time. It's not up to you to say he was not a man. It's not up to me to say he's a man and God in the same time. This is what we believe. This is Christianity. Either we take it or we leave it. So
Yes.
this is what Islam teaching. The Muslims here, even in the Hadith, which make it more dangerous, the statement of Muhammad here, he made it clear that because Allah he changed his shape, you rejected him.
Mm.
You see? Then Allah will come to them in the shape they know, and they will say, He will say, I'm your Lord. Then they will say, You are our Lord. But before, when He come to them in a shape which they do not know, other than the one they know, He will say, I am your Lord. They will say, we seek refuge with Allah from you, which means not only they reject Him, they believe He is the devil.
Ah,
Yeah,
I will
because
come to them in the
when
shape
you
of.
say, you as a Muslim, when you say I seek refuge by Allah from you, that's mean shaitan in you talking to me, correct? We seek
Mm.
refuge by Allah from who? From Satan, not from a human.
Yes.
And the Quran confirmed that. So Allah coming to them and they say to him, you are shaitan. We seek refuge by Allah from you. All what happened is just he changed his shape.
Mm.
So the Muslims cannot recognize Allah for being Allah. The Muslims, they can recognize Allah for being in a shape which they like.
Mm.
And what kind of God this God is? Customer service? You know, this is AT&T. What kind of shape you like us to send you at the modem? We have a triangle modem. We have a square modem. We have, what do you want, brother? You know, and say, I don't accept, I don't believe that internet can come from a circle modem. I want a triangle modem. So now they will send you a modem in the way you like. This is Allah. How this is can be true?
I know we come to them.
Do you know somebody actually, somebody he just gave me an idea. Do you think Allah he was like he printed himself in a 3D printer?
Mm. No.
So where the shape is coming from? And
But
what
if I got a question, do
and
you
what
also accept
material?
that, let's say, when God was talking to Moses and the Israelites,
Hmm.
did he also came in a shape of fool when he
In the
was
Quran?
talking to them,
Yes,
as
the Quran actually
the Israelites
yeah.
were afraid and
Okay,
said,
you just remind me actually to talk about
"Don't
that.
come."
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, if we go in the Quran, we remember that Moses he saw a fire from far away. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. What the Quran says? The Quran says, "Buraka man fi nar wa man hawlaha." I don't know if you understand what I just said.
Of course not.
Okay, let us show you the translation then. In chapter 27, verse number 8, it says, talking about Moses. Okay, Moses he was away. You see the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Um.
When Moses
Okay.
said to his household, his family, "Verily I have seen a fire." So he was in the dark at night. He saw a fire. I will bring you from there some information, which means I will bring you a fire, or I will bring you a burning brand, okay, to warm yourself. Then, but when he come to it what? The fire, right?
Mm.
Okay. He was cold. Blessed is who is ever is in the fire.
Uh. But when he was blessed, was
Who is in the fire?
I will bring you from.
Is that the burning?
Or I will.
Is that the
You.
burning Allah?
No, but it doesn't say Allah was in the fire.
Okay, who is the one in the fire?
I have seen a fire. I will bring you from there some information, or I will bring you a burning brand that you may warm
Hmm.
yourselves.
So who is the one blessed? The blessed one in the fire. God is blessed. Okay. So now who is the one in the fire? Then he is blessed. The one is around the fire is Moses. The one is in the
Hmm?
fire is who? The sound says to you, who is he? He said, "O Moses, verily it is Allah."
Oh, most verily it is I, Allah, the
Hmm.
Almighty, the always.
So who is the one in the fire? Allah. Okay, is the fire is a physical being in this case? Fire
What
is,
if Allah was third person in
huh?
and he just showed him what if Allah was the third person in here, and he showed Moses the bush fire, and then he was just talking to Moses, but that doesn't mean
But
he had
no,
to be in the
okay,
fire
okay,
to
okay,
talk to
okay.
Moses.
Let me ask you. Okay, no problem. I will go with you. I will go with you. When Allah He spoke, He spoke from where?
From Allah's everywhere
No,
and nowhere if from
no, no, no,
whatever.
no, no, no. Islam does not believe Allah is everywhere. That's not true. Allah spoke from the tree. Is that correct?
From the tree.
From the tree. Read carefully with me. Where it says, does it say?
Yes.
Does it say he spoke from the tree? Let me highlight for
So
you.
he reached it the fire. He was called from the right side of the valley, in the blessed place from the tree. O Musa, Moses, verily I am Allah, the Lord of the
Okay.
Alameen, mankind, jinns, and all existence.
All right. He spoke from where? From the tree. And what is burning? The tree.
Mm.
Right? So Allah in this moment, He is a tree. He is a burning tree.
From the tree, O Musa. So he was here in the form, you're saying, right?
It says there He is the tree. Because why do you believe in trees speaking? No.
No.
Okay. So there's a fire, and you see the Quran, when the Quran says blessed is the one in the fire. Right?
Mm. I may, brother Christian Priest, I may come arrogant, yeah, with asking these questions, but
No,
I
no,
just want
no,
to
no,
know.
no.
I
I'm here
want to
to
personal
I'm here
knowledge,
to
so
help you, my friend.
don't
It's
mind.
okay. No,
Yes.
let us go to
So
the other chapter, chapter 27, verse number 8. Actually, it says, when he
okay.
come to it, he was called blessed is whoever is in the fire. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in the same time, in chapter number 28, it says, in verse number 30, he Allah he spoke from the tree, saying, O Moses, verily I am Allah. There's no question that this is Allah, correct?
Mm.
He didn't say I am Jibreel or no. So he is speaking from the tree, and what is burning? The tree. So the burning tree, and obviously Muhammad, he is trying to copy from the Old Testament when God he spoke to Moses from the burning bushes. So when he reached the fire, he was called from the right side of the valley in the blessed place. It's even the place is blessed. Why it's blessed? You see, because
Allah bless.
if Allah is
Yeah.
exist everywhere, that means everywhere is a blessed.
Mm. It's not
Correct?
like he is literally everywhere, but he sees he can interact everywhere.
No,
You
Allah
know.
cannot interact. Actually, first of all, Allah does not exist. Allah is a joke. Allah is not even the word Allah is not even exist. The true name of the God of Islam is Lah. Al
Yeah.
is an old, yeah, Al is an old ancient Aramaic and ancient Hebrew.
Mm.
Al is a word mean God. Let us type it for
El.
you. Al, yes, Al is a word mean God.
Yiddish or real Hebrew?
Huh?
Yiddish or real Hebrew?
Hebrew and Aramaic, the ancient Aramaic and the ancient Hebrew. And
Mm.
Lah is the true name of the God of Islam. So Al-Lah, Al God, Lah, God, Lah. You see, today in the New Hebrew, what they say? They say Israel, right?
Yes.
El
Say
is a word meaning God. In the old Hebrew, it was Israel,
Israel.
Israel. Yeah, Ishmael was Ishmael. Mikael, it was Mikael. Gabriel was Gabriel. So the language it changed by time, and Al became El. So Al is the ancient one, Il is the new one. Like we Christian, we say that Jesus is Emmanuel, Il, but in the ancient Hebrew it should be Emmanuel. So
Mm.
Al is a word in the Aramaic or the Hebrew. It's not necessarily about the true God. It's any. It's a word meaning God. You understand?
Mm.
Now, if you believe in that God, that make him your God. So Allah is Allah. This is why if you go in the Quran, you will find in chapter 2, chapter 1, verse number 2, it says Alhamdulillah. Alhamdu. Let's go to the Quran, verse number 1 and 2. Look with me in the screen.
Yes, I'm looking.
All right. It says here, let me zoom more so we can make it even bigger. All right. If you look here, you will see the following. Do you notice that Allah here is different? Here there's an alif. Here there's no alif. Disappear.
Which one was Aleph?
The first one, verse
Oh,
number
yeah, yeah.
1, verse number 1, there's alif. You see the alif?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let me make an arrow in it so you can see it.
Yeah, I see.
All right. Here
Mm.
we have alif. Here the alif is gone. Why? Here it says Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Here it says Alhamdulillah. Lillah. Okay, let's type the
Yeah.
first one. We will type the first one and the second one.
Mm.
Alhamdu. The first one, Bismillah. Lah.
Mm.
This is the first one. A and L appear in the beginning of the word. The second one, it doesn't say Allah. It says Alhamdu Lillah. In Arabic, li mean to. Lah. Alhamdu Lillah. There's only letter L before the lah.
Mm.
What is the name of God? Lah. Li mean to.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm.
So Hamid, you know what Hamid mean, right? Hamid to who?
Hamid.
To lah. That is the true name of the God of Islam. It is lah. And you can search in Google. Lah is the moon god.
The moon god?
Yeah. You don't know?
Moon god, huh?
Yeah. You worship the moon
Lah.
god, my friend. Let me search for you in Google. Hold on. Lah is the ancient name of the moon god. This has have nothing to do with the
Was that a
Christians
title
or
given to the moon god, or was it a literal name?
huh?
Was La a title given to the moon god in the past?
No, this is his name.
Or
This
was
is,
it
no,
like
this
a
is this
name?
is this is his name. La is the moon god. La is a very well known name for the moon god. All right. Here you will see all of those. Let me show you.
No, but the reason why the Muslims they use these moon symbols and mosque and stuff, yeah, it's not something that dates back to the Prophet Muhammad. It's something that actually is just recent because of the Seljuk Turks.
No, not true, not true. No, that's not true. That's not true. Okay. You see here, like this is a website. I'm not going to read the whole article. You can search yourself. Ya, la. Ya is another word for God. The Christian they say Yahweh. Yahweh. Okay. Ya, la. Do you see the screen?
Let's see. Yahlah, the other
Ya,
Egyptian
la.
moon god.
Ya is a word meaning God. La is the name.
Yahlah.
What is the name? La. The name of what? Of the moon god.
So how do you say God in general in Arabic?
There is
Just God.
many words. Like there's many words. There's Rab. And those are not Arabic words, by the way. Arabic. There's nothing called Arabic really. All of this is coming from other languages. Most of it is coming from the Aramaic. Like this is why you say in Hebrew, Rabbi, Rabbi. You know, Rab in Arabic mean God. It can be even my Lord, like master. So there is many words. But when you say La, it is a name. That's why the Muslims agree that it is a name of their God. It's not a word meaning God. Correct?
Mm.
It is a name, not a word meaning God. But
Well,
it's still
it
not
depends. Not
accurate.
all Muslims take that. It's a bit all over the place. Some guys say God, Allah doesn't have names. He only have
No, no,
titles.
no, no, no,
Some
no, no, no,
still.
no, no, no. The, Muhammad, he made it clear that the best names of Allah this is his name. Actually, even the Quran. If we go in the Quran, you see, this is the problem. Muslims do not know anything about their cult. When Muhammad first time he started using the word Ar-Rahman, the people around
Allah.
him, they said to him, "Who is Ar-Rahman? This is new."
No, they were saying who was Ar-Rahman who you're referring to because they
Yeah,
had
no, 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 no. They said no, no,
365
no, no,
idols.
no, 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 no. They said Muhammad used to worship one God. His name is Allah, and now he is worshiping Ar-Rahman. All right, and this is why Muhammad he answered them saying in chapter 17, verse number 10, saying, read with me carefully. Say, O Muhammad, invoke Allah or invoke the Rahman. You see here they translated, but it's false. Or invoke Ar-Rahman by whatever name you invoke him, for it belong all the best name belong to Allah. So it's a name. So Muhammad now he add a new name to Allah, which is Ar-Rahman. A guy who is a false prophet, his name is Rahmanul Yamama. He sent him a message. He wrote there in the name of Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Muhammad he like it. He wrote a letter back. He says, in the name of the Prophet of Islam, etc., in the name of Allah Ar-Rahman. The Arab, the Muslims around him, they said, who's, and even the pagan, they says Muhammad he used to worship one God, his name is Allah, and now he is calling two Ar-Rahman. The only Rahman we know is Rahmanul Yamama. And let me show you the reference so you don't say we're making things up. You want to see it?
Y- Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
So this is the chapter 17, verse number 110. Okay, we go there. We are lucky now. The website stopped working.
Mm.
I'm clicking at display. Let us try أسباب النزول. Anyway, you can open it anytime. This is the website at Tafsir. You know at tafsir.com?
Yes.
I can give you I will post the link in
Or you can send through.
I will,
Yeah,
I will
that's
post the
fine.
link in the chat. And you guys, when it's open, let me know so we can open it, because this website sometimes, you know what, don't click at the link for now, because I think if we have many clicks, this website, I think they are the king of Jordan. He is using the internet of the neighbors. Yeah, he's cheap, you know, he's poor, he's bankrupt. Yeah, it's not opening. His website sometimes works, sometimes doesn't work. Yeah, it open for you. Okay, let me try to open with different browser. I don't know why it's not opening for me.
Okay, no, Jordan.
Oh, you see, but it's not
Apologize.
changing. It's opening for me the old chapter. It's opened chapter 21, verse number 17, which means the link did not change yet. Here we go. Here we go. Finally, thank God. I think his Wi-Fi, the king, is switched to the guy in the second floor. All right. Can you read the screen with me?
Yes,
Okay.
onto
This is
mankind, right?
this is the book of
Onto
Asbab
mankind.
al-Nuzul. This is Sunni book. That's not Shia. Asbab al-Nuzul mean the reason for the verses to come down. All right.
Mm.
Here it says, he keeps saying in his prostration, "Oh, the beneficent, oh Ar-Rahman, oh Ar-Rahim." And so the adulterer said, "Oh, Muhammad used to call into one Allah. Now he is calling into two, Allah and Ar-Rahman." Do you see it? And they said, "We do not know anyone by the name of Ar-Rahman except the Rahman of Al-Yamama."
According to Allah, according to.
Do you see it?
Mm.
Okay.
Open.
And look what happened. You see, everything I say, we don't lie. Everything we say is the truth. They never heard him saying
Yeah,
Ar-Rahman.
two
But
gods.
Muhammad, the Muslim, they have the word Ar-Rahman from the beginning of the Quran. So now, just now, after receiving more than the half of the Quran, now Muhammad, he heard that Allah, his name is Ar-Rahman too. What happened suddenly? But look what happened. The guy who his name is Musaylama, the Muslim, they call him the liar to insult him. Very insulting cult. And he, so Allah the exalted, he revealed in this verse, said, etc., etc., at the beginning of the revelation, Allah messenger bless him and give him peace, used to write in the name of Allah. Do you see it? In the beginning of the revelation, never use the word Rahman, in the name of Allah only, until this verse was revealed. All right. So before that, he never. But look what happened.
Mm.
After which he wrote, in the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. The Arab, the idolater, commented that we know that the merciful, we do not know anyone, his name is Ar-Rahman. We know who is the merciful because this is used in Aramaic too. But who is Ar-Rahman? As a response, Allah, he gave them that. All right.
Mm.
And why he used that? He received a letter from Musaylama, and Muhammad, he respond to Musaylama from the same words he wrote. Rahmanul Yamama, which is Musaylama, as even the Muslims agree here, he is the only one who used the word Rahman. You see, they say the only one we know, his name is Rahman, and his God, his name is Rahman, is Rahmanul Yamama. Do you see it? Yamama is an area, so he is Rahman, the guy of Yamama. His name, that guy is Rahman, and this is the guy who has God is Rahman. So what happened to Muhammad now? Muhammad, he heard the name, he liked the name, he added in his Quran. And the Quran confirmed that Allah is a name. For he said, in the name of Allah. Correct?
Mm.
Isn't the Quran says in verse number 1?
In the name
of Allah. So he's not saying in the name of God.
Oh,
When you
yes.
say Shahada, what do you say? Do you say there's no Allah but Allah, or you say there's no God but Allah? If the word Allah is a word meaning God,
No
then
God.
that means you can say there's no Allah but Allah, correct? If the word Allah is just a word meaning
Yes.
God, okay. So you don't say there's no God but God. You don't say there's no Allah but Allah. You say there's no God but Allah, because Allah is the name. And here Muhammad, he as
La ilaha illallah, right?
yeah, but Muhammad here, Ilah is a word meaning God. Ilah, Ilah. Okay, but this is not where the word Allah is coming from. Allah, as I showed you, A-L and Lah. Lah is the other name of the God of the fertility. You see, Muhammad, you know what the black stone, right? What the black
The
stone?
one was Abraham.
What was
Yes.
the black stone? No, the black stone have nothing to do with Abraham. What Abraham? Abraham, he never been there. The black stone is a vagina where the Arab who worship the god of fertility. I'm not making fun. I'm just saying the truth, my friend. Actually, it is in the shape of vagina. Let me show you the black stone. Hold on. And even the tafsir, it says that the black stone became stone, black, because of the women touching their vagina with their blood in their hand, and they touch the black stone, and that would make it black. All right. Now tell me, what is this?
I want to see this. No.
Do you have any explanation for why the shape of this black stone like this?
A square?
This is not square. This is square for you?
Oh no, yeah, now I see it. Oh, you mean that stone?
Yeah, the black stone. Yeah. What is what is the shape? What is this?
It's a circle.
It's not
circular.
It's not circle. Do you see the frame around it? Why it's
oh,
there?
Yeah.
This is the frame. It's just to resemble how it used to be always. It's a vagina.
But that thing is put there.
It doesn't matter because there's nothing left of the black stone. You see, the black stone is gone. The black stone, Al-Qurmuti, he destroyed the Kaaba. He took it, he used it as a bathroom stone for more than 21 years. And then
Who
when
did
he
this?
sent them back the stone, he sent them 8 little tiny stones. All what you see here is waxing. There's no stones left. But they are trying to keep it in the old shape, the way it used to be. You know, like if you look at this picture here, do you see the stones you are kissing in the Kaaba? There's no stones, there's nothing left. This is wax. So this is what is left. 8 little tiny stones. Do you see it?
Oh, like this.
Yeah.
Mm.
You don't have a stone. The stone is gone. But what I'm talking about, what is the origin of this? Arab before Islam, they used to go walk naked around the Kaaba. Do you know that or no?
No, not naked or something. I just knew that they had so many idols around the
No, they
Kaaba.
used to go naked because this is a naked religion. This is a sexual religion, and Islam is nothing but a continue of this sexual religion. If we go in the Hadith, let us look in the Hadith. The Hadith says, confirm that even after Muhammad took over Mecca, still the people used to go around the Kaaba naked.
Oh man. But it's just the building was there, and then the people use it in all the way. That was not supposed to be like.
No, 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 it doesn't matter. You see, this is everything have an origin. But did you ask yourself what is the religion there? I mean, okay, forget about the idols, the black stone which you kiss and Muslim Muhammad kiss. Why for them? Why they are practicing this? What is the religion there? Look, Hisham narrated in the authority of his father, blah 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 blah. It's okay. He says in the Arab, in the exception of the Homs, who were in Quraysh and their descendant, they go around the Kaaba naked. Do you see it?
Mm.
So you go around the Kaaba today, and you still naked. Nothing changed. Muhammad, all what he did, he made you wear a sheet.
Mm.
And why Muhammad he made them wear a sheet? If you go and get my book Sex and Allah, you will see that he liked a woman and he was jealous that everybody looking at her bum and her vagina and her breast. He wanted to marry her or to have her to be his girlfriend. So because of that woman,
We
after
talked about.
that, after the woman, she go around the Kaaba and she was singing the same song which the
No,
Arab used to
no,
sing for centuries.
no,
Hmm?
no. That's not true, man. That's not true.
Get my book. Do you have my books?
Oh,
Get
no, man.
okay. Get my book Sex and Allah, and you will see all the reference you want.
That's astaghfirullah.
What is
No.
Allah? Okay, listen. After all that I showed you, I mean, am I lying to you? Have you ever seen me lying to you about
What you
anything I said?
shown?
Have you ever heard me saying something and I did lie? Be honest.
I don't know. I'm not too
What do you mean you
knowledgeable
don't know?
to.
Didn't everything I say I show?
Hmm.
And I'm showing to you in the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you mean you say to me you don't know? So I'm talking to you now for the last hour. And I think you called me before, right? Is that the first time you called me or you called me before?
Oh, sorry, brother. This is the first time I call you, man.
Oh, okay.
First time.
So you know where I'm lying. I'm not lying.
Yeah, from what I've seen, you haven't. And this is, brother.
So are you going to stay Muslim after what I showed you? After all of this garbage?
So I gotta look into this, brother. I can't just.
What do you mean? I'm showing you. We are looking right now. We are looking. Why
Yeah, but
Muhammad is a black?
I gotta see what the scholars say, what the arguments
What
against it
scholars?
says.
Your scholars cannot
Then
answer anything, my friend. What scholars? Okay, let us have a deal, me and you. What about you challenge your scholar and tell him if you don't call this guy, I'm going to leave Islam, just to force him to call me.
I will.
They will never dare to call me. You want to bet?
I can bet.
Okay, well, I will bet. If you win, Allah will double your virgins in the heaven. If I lose, I will give you my 70
Which
virgins to you.
There are no virgins in heaven.
What do you
No,
mean there's no
stop.
virgins? No, your prophet, he said, you will have virgins and they are very sexy and you know it. What are you making fun of your prophet now?
No, stuff.
Okay,
No,
well, your
no.
prophet, he says that. So what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? You do like what versions? You do not know that your prophet, he promised you, a lot of women who they are coming in the heaven just for sex entertainment. Let me show you the hadith before I let you go. Not
The,
only
the,
that, not
is this that in the Quran?
in the Quran and the hadith. I will show you both. Hold on.
No,
Yeah.
maybe in the Hadith, but
No, 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 no. In the Quran and the hadith. I will show you. You just hold your horses. Do you see what your prophet said? This is Sahih
what my
Bukhari. This is Sahih
right
Bukhari.
here.
The Muhammadan cannot say this is a lie. Sahih Bukhari 324554. It says that Allah will give you the virgins, the hur, who they are so beautiful to the point they are transparent. They are so white, and to the point you can see the marrow of their bones in their legs, and you will see. You will be able to be seen through the bones and the flesh. Do you see it?
Ew, brother.
What
Wait,
you
what does horse mean?
Hur is the hur, the word hur, the virgin.
Oh,
So, brother, in the heaven of Allah, Allah will give you very beautiful women like this. Look at this. Look how beautiful. And look at this.
I don't want to look, man. To
No,
be
look,
honest with
look,
you, I don't
man,
want to
look,
look.
look. It's very tempting. It's actually, I was thinking to convert to Islam. Hey, come on, this is what your prophet said. But don't laugh, man. People
Man,
will be.
you a funny guy, brother, man. I gotta give you that, man.
What?
You're a funny guy.
This is what your prophet said. Why you are laughing? I mean, show respect, man. This is, guys. This is what his prophet said. What's the problem? What is the problem?
What's that?
This is what your prophet, he promised you. I showed you the hadith. You know,
Oh,
my
wallahi.
friend, this is your prophet. He promised you. Why you are laughing? I mean, we have to be honest. This is what your prophet, he promised you. But I mean, look at this. I mean, this is so hot, man. I don't know. I'm actually, I wasn't going to show this because each time I show it, a lot of people convert to Islam. What? Look at this position. Look at this one. I mean, I think you will like this one more, and that will make you stay as a Muslim more now.
No, man, no,
What
no.
happened? What? No, no, no. You're a prophet. This is Sahih Bukhari. He said you will see, guys. Did we just show a second ago the hadith saying you will see the marrow of their bones? We just showed you. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Does it say that? This is Sahih Bukhari. Am I lying? You will see the marrow of their
Was it Sahih
bones.
Bukhari?
Huh?
Was it Sahih Bukhari?
Yes, Sahih Bukhari. I'm showing it in the screen, my friend, with the numbers. Hadith number 3254. All right, we are showing it in the screen.
Let me write this.
Okay, so this is Sahih Bukhari saying you will see through. They are see-through. They are so wide to the point you can see even the marrow of their bones. So I'm showing you pictures, which is very realistic. We have to show respect to the Prophet teaching. Look, she would do this to you. Do you see the high heels? I mean, this is very sexy. I know. Last.
Well, what am I gonna do with this, man?
Each time I see this, I think about getting married. I cannot resist this temptation. Look at this here. And even this one is me. I think this whore here, I think she have, I see something there. I think she have hamburger here. Is that hamburger or what? I'm not sure. It might be, I don't know, it may be falafel. I'm not sure. There's something, she ate something before she do that, and I see some shit here. What?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
This is reality check, my friend, and you will be doing this in the heaven of Allah. Alhamdulillah.
No.
What?
It's not reliable, man. It's not reliable.
What do you mean? This is Al-Bukhari. This is Al-Bukhari. What's wrong, man? This is Al-Bukhari, and I showed you the reference. Don't tell me this is not reliable. So did you decide to leave Islam or not yet? Otherwise, you will get this.
لا.
What lah lah?
No, no, no.
What no no? You are going.
I will look into this, brother. I will look into this.
You
Thank you.
see, I don't know what's your name. And you keep saying to me, I will look at this. I just showed to you in the screen. Why we cannot be brave and be honest with ourselves? You don't want to be honest with me, it's up to you. Can't you be honest with yourself? Did I show it to you in the screen? Is that Sahih Bukhari? Is that Sunnah.com? So what do you mean we need to look at it?
I gotta look into the of course the arguments against it and stuff.
Yeah.
What scholars say about
So
this?
aren't you going to make a decision? What does that mean? I mean, I showed you the proof and the reference. I'm not making things up. I never said something to you since you called me without showing you what I'm saying. Never. So what you will do? You will stay following such a garbage? I'm not being rude to you, but this is garbage.
No, I don't care. It doesn't trigger me or anything, brother.
Okay, so why?
It doesn't trigger. Yeah, you can curse everything. It doesn't trigger me.
No, I'm not cursing. I'm just saying. I'm saying what I believe. This is garbage. This is garbage. I mean, what kind of God when I do this? What is this? And what kind of a beauty this beauty is? This is disgusting. Supposedly, but I will tell you why. Muhammad, he is an Arab, and he is speaking to the Arab, and the Arab, they like white women, so he always exaggerate in his lies. So he exaggerate that they are so white to the point you can see they are racist. The Arab are racist. They don't like black people. They are racist. So he exaggerate in his lies that they will be white to the point you can see through the bones. You see, if the white person, the more white he is, the more we can see the vein under his skin. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So Muhammad is saying, Muhammad, because he's a liar, yeah, he's exaggerating with his promises. He knew that they like very much a lot white women. So he promised them not only they will be white, they will be so white to the point you see through the marrow of their bones. But at that moment, we don't have X-ray to know what he meant exactly. I mean, how it's going to look like, you know. But now we have the Western men. They come with this. This is your 72 wives, brother. They will be very sexy. And this is good news, by the way. They cannot eat your hamburger because if they do, you will see it in their belly.
Man, which 72, man? Nowhere does say 72.
Oh
man.
no, actually 72 is the lowest reward. 72 is not the reward of a Muslim man. This is the bad reward. Like if you are a person who have a lowest reward, adna ahl al-jannah, the lowest. A Muslim, he don't pray, he etc. He don't do jihad, he don't kill Christians and Jews.
No, we don't kill Christians or Jews, man. Of course,
no, because if you are a good Muslim, you should do that according to Islam. So
yeah,
according to Muhammad,
no,
this is true. I can show the proof. Adna Ahl Jannah. You see, this hadith here is not translated. Look, guys, look at the translation. You see the Arabic? Look at the translation. It's gone because it's stupid hadith. They don't translate. Look at this one. The list of people in paradise in the position is one with 80,000 boys, not servant. This is a lie. It says actually khadim, but in the Quran describe them as boys who look like pros. So at the least, the lowest reward. This is not the highest. The heaven of Allah have 100 floor. So I pray, brother, that you will have the 99 floor at least, so you can watch typhoon from far away. So at least the least of the people of paradise, they will get a reward. 80,000 little boys and 72 wives. Do you see it?
Well, I see this 80 with oh, it doesn't say the numbers. It said 8. Oh, I missed that. 80,000 and 72 wives.
Yeah.
Well, no, man. This which hadith is this? Which hadith is this?
Jami' al-Tirmidhi. It exists in many places, not only in this one.
Jami' al-Tirmidhi. I don't know.
Yeah. So what do you think? Do you like child abuse? Do you like to get 80 little boys, 80,000 little boys to abuse them?
Ew, no.
Okay, I will try to convince you. And by the way, they will say to you this hadith is da'if, because anything they don't like, it's a da'if for sure, right? But the Quran confirm that there is 100 level. And look at this here. Do you like to have money in heaven?
Money in heaven?
Yeah, do you like to have money?
Man, I don't know what I don't know what I'm gonna do with that money, man. I will have powers and stuff, man.
No, I will tell you what you can do.
What am
No,
I
no,
gonna
no,
do
no,
with
no, no.
money?
You are wrong.
I'm
No.
gonna use that
In
fire.
heaven, no, in heaven still you need money. I will show you why. In the heaven, there is a market. This market, you can go and buy pictures of men and women, so you can have sex with them.
Pictures of
Yeah, let
the
me show
bike
you.
and no, you show me, brother. Show me, brother.
Hmm. Let us see. I'm looking for the hadith. Here we go. Indeed, in paradise, there is a market which there is no buying nor selling. No buying nor selling, except, which means you will buy and sell, but this is the only product, except for images of men and women. Do you have to have, do you like to have sex with men?
No, 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 no,
What do
no,
you mean
no,
no?
no,
Allah will
no,
give you
no.
that. Allah, it's a gift from Allah. You cannot say no. Because here in this market, there's images of men. Does it say men? Does it say images of men
Yeah.
and women? Okay. So images of men and women. And if you like an image, what you do? You enter it. Enter it to do what? To have sex. That's why you have to bring
No,
them.
all right, all right. So first of all, I don't believe in this as a whole. I don't believe this, but let's say if this was true, the man part refers to the women. If they're gonna choose, of course, but I don't believe in this as a whole, man.
It's
Indeed,
not up. It's not
no,
okay.
no,
It's
no.
not up to you, my friend. This is Islam. This is the gift from Allah, and you know you have to enjoy the gift of Allah. He, by the way, they will be handsome men, not like normal men. They are very handsome, very good looking. That's why they are in the magazine. Yeah, and the customer is who? The customer. It says here. So whenever a man, who is the one who desire a man, you see it, a man desire an image, you enter it. So you go to heaven, my friend, and you desire an image of a man. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Sylvester Stallone. You never know. So you desire that guy. You jump in that image, and right away you are in the bed with him. And don't forget to take selfie when you go there.
Selfie.
Yeah.
No.
And you know, if you go to the other hadith, you said you do not need money. I just showed you why you need money. In the heaven, there's a lot of expenses, nothing for free as you think. There's a lot of things to spend. All of it's about sex. If you go in different hadith, uh, let us see.
The reason why we desire, so, as you say, sex in this life is because we need to procreate. So God made us desire this
Correct.
more,
I agree that
and he
sex is for a reason. Yes, sex is for a reason to make the man
because
like.
if he had that and we felt pain, of course people would less procreate.
Yeah, if there is no joy in it, nobody
God
will
made
do it.
it.
It
Yeah,
becomes like a job. Look at this. Why your prophet he tried to
it's not.
seduce you by money? What do you think? You said money is not needed in heaven, correct?
No,
Okay, look what your
there's
prophet
no.
said. This is Sahih Muslim. This is Sahih. All right. Muhammad he promised a man. Moses asked, according to him, this is Moses' conversation between Moses. Moses asked his Lord, who amongst the inhabitants of the paradise is the lowest to rank? The lowest, not the highest. He, Allah
Mm.
said, the person who would be admitted into paradise, the last one who enter paradise is the lowest. Okay. What he will have, read with me carefully.
Wait,
The
Moses.
last of all among those who deserving of paradise, who admitted, it will be said to him. It will be said to him. This is the last one. The bad guy. I mean, this guy almost he was kicked out. Like the last person. It would be said to him, enter paradise. He would say, oh my Lord, uh, shall I enter while people have seat settled in their apartment and they took their shares? I mean, he's saying to him like, what I will get? People they enter before me. I'm the last one. It would be said to him, would you pleased? Would you be pleased if there be for you the like of the kingdom of a king amongst the kings of the world? He would say to him, Allah, Are you going to be pleased if I give you a money and ownership of a king
Who
from the
said
king?
this?
Allah is talking now.
Moses.
Allah is talking. No, Allah talking now.
Would you please?
Allah is talking. Allah spoke to Moses. Moses asked him the question, what is the reward for the lowest man? Allah is answering. Then he will say to him, would you please if I make you rich as the most like one of the kings of the earth? He would say, I'm pleased, oh my Lord. Yeah, please. And then Allah, he would say, for you is that, and like 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 that. And then he says, he would say at the fifth time, repeating like that. He said, oh Allah, I'm pleased. Like that's me, like, come on, enough, enough, enough. Like 5 times as a king, I will be rich 5 times as any king. My Lord, that's, and then he would say to him, it's for you like that, and 10 times like that. So you will be 10 times more rich than any king in the earth. Okay, what you would do with the money? Are you there, my friend?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, are we lying to you?
No,
Okay, so you just say that it doesn't make sense to have money in the heaven. Allah, he promised you to be
of
rich
course
as
not.
a king. Richness of kings is what? Money, gold, silver, jewelries,
Hmm.
power. Okay, so what does that mean?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense having a.
It doesn't make sense. So why you will not leave Islam? Did anything from what we just shared with you
No,
today
I got.
make sense? Anything makes
Hmm.
sense? Does it make sense to kiss black stone? Does it make sense to pray in the direction of a stone? Does it make sense that your prophet, he said, black stone erase your sin? Do stones erase sin for you?
Mm.
Huh? Do you
But it
think?
doesn't also make sense if you're facing black stone. It doesn't also make sense when if the Israelites face Jerusalem. Same thing.
No, the Jews, they have a temple, and this temple is unique because this is their promised land. Their promised land, even the Quran, chapter 5, verse 21. But and they are not facing, the Jews, like, they do. Let us say if they are praying, they face Jerusalem. But if not, if they are in the end of the world, they don't have to face Jerusalem, because you cannot face Jerusalem. But if they face Jerusalem because they have a temple, and this temple is considered as holy for them, but not because of rocks and not because of stones. It is the temple, because this is the promise even to rebuild Jerusalem again. So if the Jews, they do that, we can understand, because this is their history, this is their roots, etc. But here you will have a prophet. He make you kiss a stone, and he made you believe that a stone erase your sin. Is that correct?
Mm.
Okay, why stone erase the sin?
Stone erase.
Do the Jews believe that stone will erase your sin? No. Read carefully with me.
But it doesn't say stone erase your sin. Allah
Let me show you.
does that.
Okay, let me show you. Here we go. It's in the screen. Sunan al-Nasai. It was narrated from Abdullah ibn Ubayd, Umar, blah blah blah. It says that a man said, "Oh Abu Badr, Abu Abdul Rahman, why do I only see you touching these two corners?" What corners?
Yeah.
The black stone and the
Huh.
Yemeni corner. He said, I heard the messenger of Allah saying, touching them erases sin,
Since.
and whoever circumambulate around them 7 times is like freeing a slave. So if you want to have the blessing, you don't free a slave, just go around the Kaaba 7 times.
It says, and I had him say.
I
I
know, yeah,
heard.
that's so.
Yeah.
The prophet said, I heard him saying, the same as you asked me. We heard him saying why. This is why he's practicing that. That touching those two stones erase your sin.
Mm.
How the stones, touching stones, erase your sin?
But he might hear anything.
What?
Doesn't.
Okay, you tell me what it
He,
means.
he,
It says
he could have
touching
heard.
them erase your sin. What? Why touching stones? This is a pagan cult. I mean, always we know that pagans believe that the stones, they have a special power, and they worship stones. And this stone exists before Islam. The Arab, they used to worship it too. Aren't you planning to go and touch the stone so your sin will go?
Nah, inshallah, I don't have any sense.
No, it makes sense. Okay, so why the Prophet, he touched the stone and kissed it? Why your Prophet kissed the stone?
No, he kissed it out of respect.
So if you respect a stone, you kiss it?
No, because of the prophets before him,
Uh,
like Abraham built that, and
so if a prophet before me, he pissed in a stone, are we going to kiss it too?
no, because that stone was for the purpose of the house of Allah.
What the purpose of it? There's all the stones in the Kaaba are for the purpose of the house of Allah. Why that stone make it unique?
The
Let us
little Kaaba, or
let
you,
us
you
say
mean
let us say okay, let us say that Allah, he sent this stone from heaven. I want you to explain to me this. Who is the one who decided the location of the Kaaba?
location of Kaaba? Allah.
Allah, thank you. Okay. So why Allah he choose a horrible location?
No, that location is actually the golden point of the earth. You can look this up. It's like
you mean the golden
golden
ratio?
point of something
My
is.
friend, the golden ratio, when you're saying about the
Yeah.
earth, there's nothing it's called golden ratio when it's come to the earth, because all the lines you draw, those are virtual, they are not real. So I can any point in the earth, I can make it golden ratio. Now look at this. You said that Allah is the one who chose the location of the Kaaba, correct?
Yes.
Okay, why Allah he choose the Kaaba in a place where the sewage always flood and cover the Kaaba? Can't he find a better engineer to choose for him a higher place?
No, but
No, what? No, tell me. Here we go. The Kaaba location is a chose by Allah. You said that. Everybody heard you.
is this picture edited?
No. What? This is go watch. Those are
Oh
actually
man.
all pictures, and until now nothing happened, nothing changed. The Kaaba, there's tons of them. Look, sewage, dirty water around the Kaaba. The Saudi now, they have a lot of money. They try their best to stop the flood, to redirect the flooding water. Still, the Kaaba is flooded. So if Allah is the one who chose the location of the Kaaba, what is this? Imagine I hire an engineering company and I say choose the best location for my house, and then you choose the lowest point in Mecca where the flood will come and cover you. Cover what? The house of Allah. This is inside the haram. Look,
But
you see
Allah
the
could
haram?
have tested.
Do you see the haram? This
Allah
is the
could have
haram.
tested.
This is the mosque around the Kaaba. Look, the people are walking in the water. Do you see it?
But the physical thing, it doesn't mean anything. There's a meaning
No, it
behind it.
means
Allah
no,
could have
no, no,
tested
no.
people
You see
to repair
how
them.
it is, my friend. How it is a holy place chosen by Allah, and yet Allah he cannot choose a good place for it. It means a lot. What do you mean? Doesn't mean anything. This is God. Don't God knows? Look, the cars are covered by the water. So how God he do not know? He could not choose different place.
Oh, this big.
Anyway, my friend, I cannot really. I'm doing my
Yeah.
best, but you are being stubborn. I
Thank
can
you,
tell.
brother. Thank you, brother. I was just going to ask something, then we went for a debate. Thank you, brother. Yeah.
No problem. But you see, I want you, after you go, be honest with yourself. Rewatch this video again. And by the way, if you don't find the video again, because I don't keep my videos, you can
Yeah,
search.
I can.
You can search for
Yes.
the same title in YouTube again. Then Jesus, why Jesus not? And be sure that you look for the last 24 hours, because there's many videos sometimes
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
the same title. All right.
Yes.
So watch it again. Go over the reference and be honest with yourself, and it's up to you what I can do.
Yes. Thank you, brother.
If I am you, I will leave Islam immediately. This is nothing but a cult, very stupid cult. What versions? What endless penis? What 1 mile ass? What a penis? What a penis will not sleep? I mean, what Allah? This is isn't it Allah?
Oh, no.
Allah
It doesn't say this.
My
I'll
friend,
look into
what kind
this.
of
I
God?
swear,
What kind
I
of
promise
God? You
I'll
don't
look into
know
this.
how the baby is created. What kind of God? You don't even remember which one he created first. What kind of God he think that the sperm of the women have a sperm coming from the location of her necklace, the ribs? What kind of God he think the man have a sperm coming from the backbone? I mean, come on. It's up to you anyway. Thank you for calling, my friend. If you change your mind and you decide to denounce the cult of Islam and the devil of Allah, let me know. You're more than welcome to call me back. All right?
All right, bro. Peace to you, brother. Take care,
All right.
brother.
So
Be
you
safe.
will not leave
And
Islam
I'll
yet?
look into
You
this.
will not leave Islam
I'll
yet?
be honest.
No, not yet.
Huh?
You are not going to decide now to
I
leave
have to
Islam.
look into this, brother. I have to look into this.
All right, no problem.
Inshallah, Allah knows
All right.
best.
Don't say inshallah. Allah will
Right.
nothing. All right, my friend. Take care. All right. If you wait for Allah to do something, Allah will never do anything. All right. I think we have enough for today, don't we? All right. All right. Any Muslim decided to leave Islam? You see, they can lie to you about the amazing Quran. The Quran is preserved. It was probably preserved. You know, until now we are looking for the goat who ate the Quran. Until now. I mean, when Muslims they speak about things, I find it very embarrassing, and how they fabricate things which is absolutely false. We have reference from their own authentic source saying that a goat ate the Quran. Yummy, yummy. And then the Muslim will say to you, the Bible is corrupted, brother. A guy who came 600 years after, a goat who jumped in the top of his bed when he is dead, the Quran which was under his pillow, which means the goat obviously she flipped Muhammad from the top of the pillow. So like, imagine this. Muhammad is dead in the bed of Aisha. His head is on the pillow. Under the pillow there's the Quran. The goat she jumped in the top of the bed, meh, meh, and she flipped Muhammad from the top of the bed. Muhammad he fell down in the ground. The filthy goat, the enemy of Allah, may Allah curse her and make her shish kebab, she took the Quran from under the pillow and she started chewing the Quran, and she chose the best of the Quran, which is breastfeeding for adult, which really all men they love to practice. This is religion. Breastfeeding for who? What? For adult. And thank God this verse is gone. Otherwise, you will see a lot of perverted people entering Islam by waves. The verse of stoning and breastfeeding of adult. Feeding? Guys, I'm hungry. I just remember I did not eat since yesterday. I'm being honest. Forget about breastfeeding now. Don't take me wrong. Breastfeeding for adult. I mean, what's wrong with this prophet? The Muslim they say to us, we are very conservative. We make our women cover themselves, so we cannot shake hands with them, but we can suckle their nipples. And we will suckle what? Like, do you think women they have milk always? There, women. What do you think? You think a woman she is a cow? Even cow she don't have milk always. I think we have a Muslim trying to contact us. All right. Let us see this gentleman here. My friend, you said to me, hi, why? You don't want to call me? Or don't want to talk to me? What? Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
How is a Christian Prince?
Yes, we are live on air in YouTube. Everybody hear you. What do you want to say to me, my friend?
Okay, I was listening to all these, just checking your references you giving against my Quran. Either you are a filthy fat liar, or all the imams since I was a child have been lying to me, because Islam, I was taught Surah Baqarah ayat 256 says La ikraha fi din. There is no compulsion in religion.
Okay.
And then another surah, for instance, says Surah Kafirun ayat 6 means your religion is yours, mine is mine. And it's meant to be a peaceful religion, but you are just throwing too many things. I can't even, search for it.
Okay.
Where do you get these things from?
Let us. It's in my head, my friend. I'm a walking library. Let us go one by one. You said Islam means peace, correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, isn't it the Quran in chapter 9, verse number 29, order the Muslims to fight and to kill all the Christians, either they pay the jizya and they convert, or they die?
If it's in the time of war, I wouldn't worry about it.
Hold on, my friend.
But
my friend, hold on.
It's not.
Okay, and
yes,
in the time of war, but the Christian did not wage war on you. It's you waging war. Read with me carefully. This is your Quran, and I can open for you any translation you wish. Which translation you like most?
It doesn't really matter as far as it's translated.
Okay, Muhammad Yusuf Ali, a Muslim. I will not going to use any translation.
But the problem is you're showing another translation. They all contradict each other. I don't know who to listen to.
Okay, this is why I'm asking you which translation you like.
Go to Al-Jalalain. Al-Jalalain is
Al-Jalalain is a translation. Jalalain is tafsir. Jalalain is tafsir.
Okay. Tafsir Jalalain.
All right, so we will go to a tafsir Jalalain.
Or to be of Ibn Kathir.
No problem, no problem. Let us go to okay. Ibn Kathir. You want Ibn Kathir? Just tell me what do you want. I'm here.
Ibn Kathir, please.
Ibn Kathir. Okay, Ibn Kathir. Let us go to Ibn Kathir. Give me a second.
It's
all right.
Shocking. It's not. It can't be true.
All right, we will see if it's true, my friend. And as you said, either I'm a filthy liar or they are filthy liars. One of us have to be. All right. So this is Ibn Kathir. I will show it to you in the screen. And remember, this is your choice, not my choice. You wanted the Jalalain. I said, okay, I will show you Jalalain. You said Ibn Kathir. I will show you whatever you want. This is Ibn Kathir. You see, it says Ibn Kathir. You see my screen? All right. This is Ibn Kathir, and let me zoom out so you can see better and read better.
Fight those who believe not in Allah.
Let us go to verse number 9, because this is many. Here he's explaining وَهُمْ صَاغِرُونَ, etc. You speak Arabic, I'm assuming, do you?
Yes.
Okay, that's wonderful, and then we can even read in Arabic. But let us go in our English now. Fight against those who believe not in Allah, nor the last days, nor what is forbidden, which is forbidden by Allah and His Messenger, and those who acknowledge not the religion of the truth from the people of the scriptures. Okay, why he want to fight them? Because they don't acknowledge the following things: the last day of Islam, what is forbidden by Islam, and the messenger of Islam. Do I agree? Okay, so what is the reason to kill them? Because they don't acknowledge, and I think the verses are clear. Now let's read Ibn Kathir. Until they pay the jizya with willing and submission and feel themselves subdued. And read carefully. Ibn Kathir now is making his commentary.
Subdued. Where does it say that?
Here we go. This is what the Quran is saying. You speak Arabic, right? It says Saghirun. Saghirun. Saghirun means subdued, humiliated. Okay. Therefore, this is Ibn Kathir talking now, not the Quran. Therefore, when people of the scriptures disbelieved in Muhammad, and they had no beneficial faith in any messenger or what the messenger brought, rather than follow their religion, because this is confront with their ideas, lost, and the ways of their forefather, not because they are Allah law religion. They had been true believers in their religion, that faith would be have directed them to believe in Muhammad. So because they are not to believe in Muhammad, obviously they are liars, correct? And then he says, because all the people gave the good news to Muhammad, etc., blah 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 blah, they believe in Muhammad. And look here what he said.
That's harsh.
Their religion, these religions, came from Allah, but because this is sweet, their desire and lust. Therefore, their claimed faith is earlier, an earlier prophet will not benefit them because they disbelieved in the master and the master of the last and the most perfect of the prophet. Hence Allah's statement. So because they did not believe in Muhammad, it's not because they are fighting Muhammad. I think that the proof is clear, correct? Because of that, look what it says: fight against those who believe not in Allah nor the last, etc., to the end of the verse. And then it says this honorable ayah was revealed with the order to fight the people of the book after the pagan were defeated. So Muhammad now he killed all the enemy. Who's left? He killed the Jews, he killed the, you know, he killed the Arab. Now it's time to finish those Christians and Jews. So the people enter into Allah religion in large numbers. So Muhammad now have a big army because people are scared, terrified, and the Arabian Peninsula was secure under Muslim control. Allah commanded his messenger to fight the people of the scriptures, Jews and Christians. On the ninth years of the Hijrah, he prepared an army to fight the Roman. It's not the Roman who fighted him. He sent a letter to the Romans saying, convert or die. Now, you say to me,
battle you specifically are referring to?
What?
Which battle?
It doesn't matter. He decided this is Tabuk. Supposedly, Muhammad, he went to Tabuk, but he could not make it because he could not get in. You know, he was hoping to be able to attack, but looked like they were ready for him, so he was not able to attack, and he came back after waiting for some time in Tabuk. But then, as you see here, you said to me, Islam teaching you that you have your religion, I have mine. There's no compulsion in religion, blah. So this is in the beginning. You see, what you know. You speak Arabic, and you should know better that in Islam there is something is called abrogation.
Yeah, nasikh mansukh.
When
Yes.
Muhammad he was weak, he said, "Okay, you have your religion, I have my religion," because he cannot force them. But as you see here,
a verse could be easily abrogated by its diviner, which is Allah.
no problem, no problem. But
There's no problem with that.
Okay,
But
no problem.
you keep insulting Islam by saying it's a cult.
Hold on. Why
Cult.
you are quoting for
Let
me?
me translate a cult for you.
My friend,
let me tell you what cult is, my friend.
Wait. Why you are quoting for me a verse which is abrogated? It's not valid because al-kafirun,
Okay, let me tell you what cult
al-kafirun,
is.
and the other verse is not valid. It's abrogated by the chapter of At-Tawbah.
Cult is a system. Cult is a system which is personally directed towards someone, a personal figure.
Yes.
Okay. So if you give me a verse, okay, any verse, been abrogated by Allah, it's no problem. But you can never find a verse been abrogated by Muhammad himself.
Oh no, you are wrong. I can find it tons.
No, you cannot find me a single one. You're just making it up, just throwing too many things. People cannot pick it up.
Okay. Let us finish this one, and I promise you I will go right away and I will show you the verses which Muhammad abrogated. But let us agree that what you said about peace is it was not. I'm not going to say you are lying. I will say it was not true. Read carefully. Here it says, the Messenger of Allah marched heading toward Asham to fight the Roman until he reached Tabuk, where he set a camp, etc. So he could not, he could not do it. He came back, and the condition until they pay the jizya. If they do not choose to embrace Islam, so why we have to pay jizya? Because die or pay. And with willing submission in defeat.
Everybody's paying jizya. What's wrong with that?
No.
You live in America.
No,
you pay taxes.
No. This is our land. How we pay land? The American occupy Iraq. They will force them to pay jizya because the American occupy them to protect them from the American. That's what your prophet is saying. And look what he says. It says in the verse, and feel themselves subdued, disgraced, humiliated, like etc. Therefore, the Muslims are not allowed to honor the people of the Dhimma or elevate them above the Muslims, for they are miserable, disgraced, humiliated. Muslim reported that Abu Huraira, Allah the Prophet said, don't initiate salam to the Jews and the Christians, and if you meet any of them in the road, force them to the narrowest alley, which means the sewage. This is why the leader of the faithful, Umar ibn Khattab, may Allah pleased with him, demand his well-known conditions to be met by the Christians. These conditions that ensured their continued humiliation, disgrace, etc. Do you see it? So you are saying to me that Islam says you have your religion, I have mine. Those people, they have no guilt except they are Christians, and now you want to humiliate them because they refuse Islam. This is their crime.
That's not what I was taught.
But I'm showing you the proof, and you are the one who asked me to read Ibn Kathir.
Obviously, I'm working and living in a Christian country.
Okay, my friend.
And I'm working with Christians and Jews.
Problem.
They respect me so much.
No problem. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying. I'm not, my friend.
Use this verse against them.
My friend, I'm not talking about you. This is not about you or me. You might be a wonderful person, but this is not about you and me. This is religion. So you said to me, read Ibn Kathir. I quoted for you live on air what you choose, correct? It was your choice. So obviously Islam is not what some Muslims they think. You're a Muslim, but you've been taught that the Prophet says you have my religion, you have yours. This is when he was weak, it's abrogated. Now we prove to you that the first thing you said to us about Islam, give a freedom of a choice, that is a big fat lie they told you. Even the Prophet of Islam, he says, I've been ordered to fight all mankind until they say there's no God but Allah and no prophet but Muhammad. And if they do so, only if they do so, I will stop killing them and shedding their blood. And here we go. All those hadith are sahih and they are accurate. You have not only you have to say the shahada, you have to pray as we pray, you have to fast as we fast, you have to face the qibla, you have to pay the zakat.
Is it a hadith?
And this is sahih. This is sahih. It doesn't matter hadith or not. This is sahih. Yeah.
No,
Sahih,
did you say it's a hadith or Quran?
My friend, this is hadith and sahih, but it is in total agreement with chapter 9 verse 29.
No. Could you show on the screen, please?
I'm showing it on screen. You don't see it?
It's not coming up.
Okay, well maybe you need to refresh your page.
Let me refresh it. 1 second. Right. Allah said, I have been ordered to fight the people till they say none has the right to be worshipped but Allah. And if they say so, pray like our prayers, face our Qibla, and slaughter as we slaughter. Then their blood and property will be sacred to us, and we will not interfere with them except legally. And their reckoning will be with Allah.
So what does that mean?
What's the Sahih number? 392.
Sahih al-Bukhari 392.
I go sunnah.com. Let me check. Sorry, I need to check. I don't trust anyone anymore. Bukhari. Right. Yeah. So that means, so this, if this is true, it abrogates ayah 256, Surah Baqarah, and Surah Kafirun.
In the chapter at Tawbah, abrogate everything because Quran is more powerful, right? So the Quran and the Hadith here confirm that what you said to me in the beginning, it was not really accurate, and this is the truth.
But tell me one thing. Is there anywhere in the Quran backing up the Hadith? We keep taking the Hadith for granted.
No, I just showed you the Quran first, and now I was showing you the Hadith. I did not show you the Hadith first and the Quran second. So the
any
Hadith,
ayat, any verse in the Quran saying you must listen to Hadith?
Oh yeah, there's tons of them. Because the Quran,
show me one.
Okay, hold on. The Quran says whatever the Prophet.
If Quran doesn't back up the Hadith can go invalid.
Yeah, no problem. Let me show you. I will show you tons of reference. All right. Chapter 59, verse number 7. Whatever the prophet he gave you, you take it. So you take what the messenger assigned to you. Whatever he says to you, you take it. It is an order. You see it?
Yeah, I see.
Chapter 59, verse number 7. Let us see more. There's many. There's too many. All right. In the Quran says too that whoever obey Allah, the messenger, he obey Allah. All right. Read with me carefully, please, and you will see chapter 4, verse number 80. He who obey the messenger obey Allah.
He who obeys messenger.
Correct.
Let me check. I got Talal Itani Quran. Let me check how he is. It's obviously all against each other. You can't. You don't know who to listen to.
No, it says confirming that you have to obey Muhammad first, because obeying Muhammad is obeying Allah. So which means Muhammad
that's wrong. That's no good. I don't obey a person rather than God.
My friend, it's not up to you. This is your Quran. You are a Muslim. You have to obey.
And it's 80, isn't it? 80.
What
Yeah.
do you want my help? So you did we confirm this one?
No. I can't deny this.
Okay. So if was Muhammad a God? He's a perfect God. He's a God, or he's a human like us?
He should have been a human.
Okay. And
because he clearly saying Abduhu wa Rasuluhu.
Okay. Do human do error and mistakes and commit sin? Was Muhammad a
Of
sinner?
course.
Was Muhammad a sinner?
Yes, he was.
Okay, the Quran confirmed that too. Thank you. Make it easy for me. So now, how you can obey a sinner, and by obeying the sinner, me or you
No,
or
you
Muhammad?
can obey. You can never obey a sinner.
Okay, so it says here, he obey the messenger, obey Allah. To assume that I can obey Muhammad.
I don't allow my children to kiss my hand either. I don't like
my friend,
people.
You see, I'm talking about you or me, with my respect to you. I'm talking about this is what the Quran is saying. In order to obey Allah, you obey Muhammad first. And this is not my translation, and you speak Arabic. من يطع الرسول فقد أطاع الله ومن تولى فما أرسلناك عليهم حفيظا. Okay, so it's clear. So you have to obey Muhammad. Now, you said to me when we were talking about Ibn Kathir and killing Christians, you said to me there's no single verse in the Quran was abrogated by Muhammad. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. What about the mut'ah?
Mut'ah, well, I've read this briefing about mut'ah. Mut'ah was allowed in Quran.
Okay, chapter 4.
And Muhammad allowed it too.
The same chapter we are reading from, chapter 4, verse number 24. Okay. And do you practice mut'ah today?
No.
Why?
Because my wife is gonna kill me.
This is not the question. This is not because of.
No, I don't believe mut'ah is not. No, it's filthy. It's like,
okay,
to
so
me, mut'ah sounds like a prostitution business.
Okay, thank you. I respect your honesty. You agree that this is a prostitution. So why Allah allowed the mut'ah?
Because mut'ah is ujra. It's for you pay money for it.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
it's not a free service. It's you
Exactly.
pay somebody to have sex. This
Exactly.
is what mut'a means.
Exactly. Actually, even Muslim scholars agree that this is about renting a woman, musta'jara.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So why Allah He allow you? You just said it's prostitution. Why Allah He allow you to rent women?
Um, all I have been trying to do all these years in my life, asking these verses, but I just, convincing myself they're probably a different time of life,
Okay, but let us go back.
different needs.
No problem.
But
no, you see, why did Moses allow people to do mut'ah before Muhammad? Moses is a lot older. Did Jesus allow mut'ah? No, I mean that's not a reason. I mean, if we want to find reason, we can find reason for anything. Like you might say to a man who is a rapist, why you rape this woman? Oh, she was wearing a short skirt. But that will not change the fact that you are a rapist, correct? If you ask him, he's a thief. Why you stole? Oh, this guy he have a lot of money, but still you are a thief. This is not excuse. Look what it says here. This is your Muslim website, and those are your scholars saying that Muslim women, when she have the contract of mut'ah, in some works, a special terms applied. Women who practice mut'ah, musta'jara, or rented women. Mut'ah is considered as a kind of rental because in general a man's basic aim of this kind of marriage is sexual enjoyment of the women, and in the return of his enjoyment of the women he pay money, as you say. All right, so you agree, the scholars of the Muslim agree that this is a rental. Now, was the mut'ah abrogated by Allah?
Yes.
Where?
Should have been, because the Sunni is not doing it anymore. Only the Shia.
No problem. Okay, but I'm asking
people stop doing it. Shias doing it in Yemen and Iran.
You remember, my friend, you said to me, show me where Muhammad he abrogated the mut'ah. This is in the hadith. You said to me, show me where the hadith abrogate the Quran. The hadith abrogate the Quran. Here we go. We go to the hadith.
If this is correct, it goes into a form of cult, because a personal cult, not even a cult, a personal, very, very personal cult, because a man cannot bypass a God's order.
All right.
Simple as that.
Well, you see, when you called me in the beginning, you said, why you
but show me
Islam?
The hadith, please.
Okay, no problem. When you called me in the beginning, you said to me, why you keep insulting Islam, saying that Islam, let me find some hadith. Okay.
Yeah, but you need to prove it, not just
saying
cult.
You are watching for long, I think, already, and you noticed that I never said something without proof, and I'm doing the same with you, the same as I do with everybody. So it's nothing new. All right, let's see. Let us find one of the hadith. There's tons of them, but we will find the most authentic ones. All right. Sahih Muslim or Sahih Bukhari, whatever you wish. Let us go with this one right in the top. Sahih Muslim, hadith number 1406. You see it, the page? All right. The Messenger of Allah said, O people, I had permitted you to contract mut'ah with women, but Allah forbid it now until the day of resurrection. Where he forbid it? There's no Quran. Muhammad is Allah.
This verse.
Muhammad is Allah.
Abrogated.
There's no verse abrogating mut'ah. This is hadith. Only
yes,
hadith.
yes. I have, my friend, 2 years ago, I have confronted an imam, a very, very big imam in London, okay? And he gave Surah Nur ayat 33. He said that that action, that mut'ah was abrogated in the Quran.
Where?
Before Muhammad.
Where?
Surah Al-Nur, ayat 33.
Okay. An-Nur, we will go to An-Nur. All right. Here we go, 24. 33?
Yes,
Okay.
he told me a story about
Yeah, that's false.
Abdullah Saluli.
That's false, my friend. There's nothing here have to do with the muta. This is about covering their clothes. What does have to do with the muta? That's false. And you will not find anyone even agree with this.
Surah Al-Nur, ayat 33.
33. Okay, 33. All right. Sorry. Okay. So how this is abrogating the muta? Actually, this verse alone should make you leave Islam. This verse legalize prostitution.
No.
Yeah. Well, read with me.
1 second.
Read with me carefully. It says, "But force not your slaves for prostitution when they desire chastity, in order that you make gain in the goods," which mean make money, "of this life. But if any of you compels them, yet after that Allah is all merciful and forgiving." So what the Quran is saying, and I think you speak Arabic, you speak English, so it's very clear that if they agree with you, you can do prostitution. Force them not. Force them not to do prostitution. He did not say prostitution is forbidden. Force them not. Huh? لا تكرهوا فتياتكم على البغاء إن أردنا تحصنا. Force them not. Okay, so if they agree, it's okay. And if you force them, Allah is all merciful anyway. And we're in this verse is saying that, you know, a muta is abrogated by this verse. There's no Muslim in the world believe in this.
If Allah is Ghafur Rahim, for who? For
it doesn't matter. There's no penalty, there's no punishment, and prostitution is allowed. Another example. Allah, he sent down 10 verses for breastfeeding.
You mean breastfeeding, like
for men?
Kids.
For men, no, for men.
Would you breastfeeding for what?
For men. Allah, he allowed Muslim women to give their breast to a strange man to suckle them 10 times.
What, in the Quran?
My friend, this is in the Quran, yeah. This was in the Quran, but it's not in the Quran no more. And the wife of Muhammad, she used to order any man who want to enter upon Aisha to suckle the nieces or the sisters of Aisha. Read with me carefully. Yahya related to me from Malik, from etc. from that Aisha, the mother of the believer, sent him away while he was being nursed to her sister Kulthum bintu Abi Bakr as-Siddiq, and he said, suckle him 10 times so that can come to see me. Okay, I want to ask you, where is this chapter, where is this verse in the Quran now?
No, you can't see anything in like that in the Quran.
Okay, where it is?
I don't know. You tell me.
I will tell you, no problem.
If it's nowhere, if it's not in the Quran, it doesn't exist.
No, it exists. But what happened? A goat did eat it. So we can say in this case, it's not really Muhammad who abrogated this, it was the goat. Read with me carefully. The verse of stoning to death and stoning and breastfeeding for adult 10 times was revealed, and the paper was with me under my pillow. When the messenger of Allah died, we were preoccupied with his death, and a tame sheep came and ate it. Down there it says, these verses were abrogated in recitation, but not in ruling. How you can abrogate something in recitation? I mean, this is funny.
This is shocking, not funny.
All right, well, for me, it's funny. It's stupid too.
Stoning and breastfeeding, not just one.
Yeah.
But this meant to be memorized, okay?
No, it's not.
That was the time when the Quran was not written.
My friend, all the Quran at that time was memorized anyway. So when you say meant to be, did Allah says to you which one you memorize, which one you write down? No, He gave you Quran, and then later Uthman, he decide what to write down. And as you see, even the goat ate what is written. It was not meant to be memorized. It's written, and it was under the pillow of Aisha, which is the pillow of Muhammad. So it's meant to be written. This is why the goat ate it. Otherwise, if it's only memorized, well, the goat will not be able to eat something memorized.
Don't know what to say, to be honest. I'm gonna have to go to the mosque tomorrow evening and in front of everybody confront these imams, because they each translation contradicts the other. They are. I don't understand, why should I lie about my God? If you can challenge my God, I don't need this God. If a Christian prince, an Arab from nowhere, could challenge my God, I don't need this God.
Okay, well,
my God, my writing, my God's book, the Quran, should challenge billions of Christian princes.
No, but he cannot.
Why these people lie about it, I don't understand.
But you know, remember when you called me, you said to me, you are lying about Islam?
No, I didn't say that. I said you either a fat liar, as you keep repeating yourself, or
but you are assuming that I'm lying, obviously, right? You were assuming.
I've been Islam since the age of 5, since I literally remember, and about 40 years of my life I've been praying to Allah. Okay, and as I talk, believe me, my hand is shaking. It's very hard to talk about this, to question this book. It's been so holy to me. You know, it's like somebody's skinning me alive. Very hard.
I understand, my friend, but as you see, we are not lying to you, and I'm showing you everything right in the front of your eyes.
No, obviously I'm writing all these references, and we'll confront these mullahs, because they are blind to people. He told me that Ayat 33, Surah An-Nur, abrogated that mut'ah. But it was, well, obviously it was my fault. I didn't
Secondly, you said that al-mut'ah is prostitution. What kind of God he allow prostitution?
Mut'ah is more than prostitution.
Yeah, so what the point of allowing prostitution? I mean, a man, he wanna have sex, go and get married.
Mut'ah, no, mut'ah was not for money. Prostitution these days is for money. Some prostitutes take
for money, and you are the one who said that. You said to me,
prostitute at the time was for a kilo of grain or rice.
It's the same. If
that was true,
my friend, it's the same. If you give somebody a return for sleeping with you, that is prostitution. You know,
it can be from God.
Product and reward can be changed. Like maybe today you can send pay by credit card, but that will not change the fact that it's money, right?
Yeah.
If a woman she sleep with you because if a woman
money for sex is very bad.
If a woman she sleep with you because you bought her a gift, whatever, this is prostitution. You know, it's product. Obviously it says, I showed you even the Islamic reference saying that this is renting a woman for the exchange of sexual pleasure. That's why it's called mut'ah. Mut'ah means pleasure, correct?
But how could let's say let's I admit this one. How could Muhammad know about all these facts about the universe?
Like what?
And this ayat 30 in Surah Anbiya, he talks about the Big Bang, how the earth was created. I think it's Surah Anbiya ayat 30.
You don't need to tell me, don't worry about it. This is why I'm a Christian prince, my friend. Okay. If we go to the verse,
it's chapter 2.
We will find the following. Chapter 21, verse number 30. Right away you will see in the beginning that there is something silly and stupid in the verse. Read with me the first line, please. Can you read it for me?
Yeah.
Okay. What it says?
know the unbelievers see.
That the
Could you
earth,
turn to the Arabic one, please?
no problem. Here we go. This is the Arabic. أولم يرى الذين كفروا أن السماء والأرض كانت رتقا ففتقناهما. Did you notice with me what is a stupid mistake there? You are the one saying
Yes,
to me.
there's a mistake. Yara, it can't be Yara because you
Right.
can't
Thank
see
you
what
very much.
happened
You are a
back
smart
there
person. Thank you.
14
Here we go.
billion years
Guys,
ago.
how this is a scientific discovery, and he is saying, don't they see?
Yara.
Okay. So what he's talking about? They are talking about that the Arab at that time believe that Allah, he raised the sky up. It was together and he raised them up. Where is the Big Bang? It says that the earth and the sky were joined together, which means there was earth and there was a sky. This is not what the Big Bang is saying. I don't believe in the Big Bang, by the way, but I'm going with you. So there is earth, there is a sky, or what we did, we split them. But this is not true.
But Big Bang is not the fact. Big Bang is the most.
Is a theory. It is a theory.
Most, well,
no, it is a theory.
plausible theory, you can say.
Well,
yes.
This is up to you. But anyway, the Quran did not only here he make a mistake. Secondly, if you read the chapter you choose, it says, and we had set on the earth mountains standing firm, so it should not shake on them. The fact is, the mountains are not set on the top of the earth. The mountains are coming down from the deep earth. When the tectonic plates they meet each other.
The mountain is a product of volcanoes.
Volcanoes or tectonic plate. Like when there's
tectonic layers
erupt. Okay, so but here is saying the opposite.
All the lavas.
Allah, he placed the mountains in the top of the earth, so it's not going to shake on us. So the Quran describes the earth. Huh?
31. Did we say 30 or 31?
We are reading both 30 and 31. So the first one is wrong. Secondly, and we will explain to you how he claimed that the first one, how it worked. So now Allah he left up the sky, and later we will show you in different verse he made it a roof. And here he is saying that Allah he placed the mountains in the top of the earth. Do you believe in this? Is that accurate or this is false?
Scientifically, this is doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, but you are the one who chose this chapter for me, not me.
But I didn't say 31. I said 30.
No problem. So 30 and 31 they complete each other. If this is a mistake,
we have set on the earth.
Yeah.
Mountains standing firm.
And the purpose what? They will not shake on us. Japan is a country have between an average of 800 to 2,000 earthquake a day, and it's all of it is mountains. Actually, the reason they have mountains because there's earthquakes and volcanoes and etc. So here Muhammad he exposed his fabrication. Now read with me carefully. And we made the heavens as a canopy, well guarded. Is that the atmosphere?
No, I'm shocked now.
Well, is that because I heard Muslims saying that this is the atmosphere.
Yes, they are right, because the translation they get, I'm afraid, in other languages like English.
So does it sound like this is the atmosphere?
No.
What the Quran is speaking of, that shaitan he try to spy at Allah, and Allah will shoot the shaitan by a star. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Do you really believe in this? That the stars are made to shoot shaitan in his ass if you try to spy? And we have guarded it. What is the heaven? Allah claiming that only the lowest heaven have stars, and this is where some Muslims they lie and they say that this is speaking about the atmosphere. But if this is the atmosphere, it's mean only in the atmosphere we have stars. So we have created the stars, and we made them only in the lowest heaven, as to beautify the for the beholder, and the top of that, and we have guarded it, which mean what? The near heaven, with from every outcast shaitan. Okay, how he cast shaitan out? Except him, the devil. that gain hearing by stealing. He is pursued by a clear flaming fire. Do you believe in this?
Mm.
How Allah shoot shaitan? Muhammad, he captured the shaitan, he tied him up in the column of the mosque. So such a small tiny creature, Allah, he will shoot a star to do what?
So where do you get this translation from?
Who cares? You speak Arabic. You can change translation. Chapter 15, verse number 18, 17, 16. You can read in Arabic. إلا من استرق السمع.
Even the English ones have different. Everyone translated it
because they lie. Because simply many of them, what they do.
Yeah, that's what makes me very angry about it.
Yeah, they lie in order to make you
like deceiving people. I feel sorry for those innocent Muslim coming here and swearing at people. But
remember, you said to me, either you are a big fat liar, so you were not far away from them just 15 minutes ago. You thought I am a fat liar. You yourself.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Is that from God or this is stupid? And then here he says, and the earth was spread out. وَالْأَرْضُ مَدَدْنَاهَا. Is the earth spread out like a carpet? I don't know what is your education. What is the
geoscience?
Where is
this is my field.
This is your field. That's
I
wonderful.
Geoscience.
Okay,
yes.
That's wonderful. Okay, where is the hail is coming from?
Because listen, the beginning elements were hydrogen. Okay. So Surat Anbiya, I'm thinking of if God meant he separated earth from the skies, if he meant the Big Bang, let's say, doesn't even make sense either. Because the earth is very, very young compared to the beginning of the universe, okay? Because the primary elements like hydrogen was at the beginning of the universe. But earth is containing iron, which takes billions of years to appear, okay? So you can't stick a plastic to a gold. They don't stick together. They are different.
You see, I am not.
But I will chase these verses.
Okay. As long this is your science and this is your study, I want to ask you, where is hail coming from? Hail.
Hail.
Yeah, hail.
Hail is a water. Okay.
Water.
Affected by the Arctic wind, very cold Arctic wind, and they became hail. That's how it's made.
So you don't think it's coming from mountains, and Allah he break hail from those mountains?
Mountains?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Mountains, like in the sky, there's mountains, and Allah he break with the hammer hail, and he throw it at us.
What is it in the Quran?
I'm just asking you now before we talk about from where. Do you believe?
No, I don't. Even if I say that myself, I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't take it for granted.
Okay, but if we find it,
hail is coming from the sky. It's the vaporization of our oceans. Okay, in a dense cloud, they become hail, snow, or rain.
All right. So if I find it for you from the Quran, are you willing to leave Islam?
I can't decide now because I need lots of things to chase.
Doesn't matter. But, if this one is a lie, I mean the rest is a lie. I mean, you just say this is impossible. This is
I'm not hypocritic. I don't deny any mistakes. If I do a mistake, I put my hands up. If my father do a mistake,
if the Quran is unvalid no more, Islam is gone. Chapter 24. You are the one who asked me.
If these are true,
my friend.
Yes, I denounce Islam.
All right, that's wonderful, guys. He said he promised he would denounce Islam. The same chapter. You are the one who asked me to go to the chapter of An-Nur before. Chapter 24, verse number 43. You can read in Arabic. You can read in English. In any language you want. In English, they try. to fabricate and to change the meaning. But I will show it to you in Arabic, and as long as you speak Arabic, me and you, we will get better understanding. It says here, وَيُنْزِلُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مِنْ جِبَالٍ فِيهَا مِنْ بَرَدٍ فَيُصِيبُ بِهِ مَنْ يَشَاءُ. Does it say that, or I'm lying?
Yes, very clear.
All right. You promised you will denounce Islam. Hail is coming from mountains in heaven. I mean, even cartoon, they don't do that. And look here in the first translation. I want you to confirm this with me.
I believe somebody mixed these things into Quran when they
my friend, there's nothing called
the book.
mix. Either this
is from God.
Either this is this is not a book of God. And look what here. As long as you speak Arabic, why the Muslims they lie and they say like mountains? Does it say like mountains in the Arabic?
No, anything between these two brackets don't.
So they are trying to cover up. So look, they send down from the sky from mountains, which is in heaven, hail.
No, it doesn't make sense.
So they fabricate the translation in order to cover the stupidity. Whoever wrote this book is foolish. You know, this is maybe work for people who
whoever this part here, whoever written didn't have a clue about anything in the sky, but what's going on in the sky.
Assuming that the one who did this is Allah have no clue. What about this?
I don't believe this is from a God.
Look at this. Allah, he created three kind of creatures.
Because one of the principles of being a God is do not afford any mistakes. What makes me different from God is I am doing mistakes. I do a lot of mistakes, but God should be a little bit different from me. No mistakes.
Well, my friend, from the first page of the Quran to the last page, I can show you endless mistakes. I'm not showing you really mistakes. I'm just showing you a chapter you choose yourself to prove to me Islam to be true. So Islam is the most silly cult, and now you understand why I am saying it's a cult. You said why I'm calling Islam as a cult. Now you promise me if I show you this and this will be true, you will leave Islam, correct?
Yes.
Are you willing to keep your promise?
Yes.
So are you denouncing Islam?
If this is all true, we heard Islam is a cult.
So you agree Islam is a cult?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Because an order from God, okay, could never be bypassed by any man.
That's wonderful.
Never.
I'm really happy for you.
Because if that happens, God loses its status as God. You can call it something else. Okay? If a president, for example, if Trump makes an order, let's say Iranian is not allowed to enter the USA, and an officer, a police officer in the airport said, no, forget about Trump, I'm in charge here, he's going to go to prison, or Trump loses his status. So now compare that to God, Almighty God. It doesn't make a sense, my friend.
Absolutely.
Hypocrisy is not in my mind. I listen to reality. I listen to proof, evidence.
But you know, you as a person who, like today, after this moment, you are a Muslim. I cannot call you a Muslim no more. But I want to ask you, when the Muslims they say there is science in the Quran and etc., why they lie? Why they fabricate things?
Tell me, I was going to ask you this question. Why they either make money because there are loads of books in London. You got too many libraries, Islamic libraries. They selling billions of dollars a year on books. They get in from probably the Arab countries for printing these books because the books are obviously very, very expensive.
Yeah.
They all laminated, nice colored, you know.
And pictures, and you're
I think it costs $50 each.
And
but they sell them for cheap.
They insert articles about scientists, or sometimes fake scientists and sometimes real scientists, just to fool people, saying Quran match with science.
No, you don't have to do that. No Muslims, if any Muslim is listening to me, if anybody, any Muslim brothers or sisters trying to do that is fooling themselves, because my God should be able to challenge somebody like me or Christian Prince. Who is this guy? Who is Christian Prince? How could he easily come and challenge my God with evidence?
Is that what make you angry? Because I was like, who is Christian
Yes.
Prince?
But what makes me angry is people fabricating to the facts.
But yeah, I never fabricate. You see, this is why I go live and I say, people, you can call me and you can question, and you are welcome. I never. Everything I say, I show in the screen. Everything, every single word.
It's my fault, because I should have. I did have a chance to chase the facts, but I just kept it, under the blanket, as we say.
So, my friend, I am a Christian, as you know, and I take the opportunity to invite you to accept the Messiah as your Savior. You left Islam, that's wonderful. For me, I'm not done to save you yet. I did the half of the job, and I would love to invite you to accept the Messiah as your
What
Lord.
would you recommend me to read? Because I'm gonna, again, like Islam, I'm not gonna just take Islam like another religion like that.
No,
I will read about it.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
No, you can
And
read. You can read, my
if
friend.
Christianity does make a sense to me, yes, I will call you back in a month's time, probably,
All right.
and we will have a chat.
All right. my
If
friend.
not, I can still come back and telling you about, arguing Christianity as well, because I'm not scared to talk about Christianity, even if I know 100% is from God.
Neither we are. This is why we are
God
here.
should challenge all of us.
Yeah, you are welcome, my friend. Anyway,
God's
take
word
your
should
time.
be like an atomic bomb. Nobody could face it.
Read the four Gospels, of Christ, and try to, when you read, try to, like, you see, I'm sure you are smart.
What's
And
this story behind the Old Testament and New Testament? What is the problem?
there's no story. It's the Old Testament. It's simply, the Old Testament is a book about God and history in the same time. The history of the Jews with God,
Right.
as simple as that. So the Jews, the Old Testament is a book of books. It's not one book, and this book contain their history with people around them, and their history with God. How they disobey Him sometime, how they obey Him sometime, how God he was he how they forsake their God sometime. So the Old Testament mostly is kind of a collection of many stories about what happened to the Jews and the prophets of the Jews. The New Testament is about Christ and what He accomplished in this earth when He came to us. And this is
So
why I say, if you
somebody like me, where should
the New Testament,
start?
because the Old Testament for me is just to increase my knowledge about history of man with God. But the New Testament,
So why they saying it's been corrupted?
who says that? The Muslims.
I heard from too many imams. The Bible, it's corrupted.
You see, the imams, this is the problem, is the imams are, you remember when you called me, says either you're a big fat liar. The imam are the big fat liar. I will show you something from the Quran and you tell me what you translate to us. Let me open the Quran. All right, this is the Quran. I will put it in the screen. What مصدقا لما معهم mean? Confirming what is with them, correct?
Need to refresh. And when they come to And when they came to them,
Somebody's saying that you are crying. Are you crying, my friend?
no.
Okay.
If I'm crying, I would cry for myself. I would cry for all
Yeah, I'm saying. So I mean,
40
yeah,
years
but
of
not nothing wrong with the crying from
chasing a rainbow.
yeah.
I'm crying for my childhood. I'm crying for my youth.
No, you are crying then. Okay, I understand. Let you know, let cry and let the tears wash the anger. Nothing wrong with the crying.
But I haven't killed anybody for my faith.
I understand.
I was always showing the beautiful face of Islam. I didn't know about all this.
Well, I'm happy for you today, my friend. You called me, and I'm glad that you know you were able to call and crying. You know, great men they cry. And David he cried to God. We cry always, you know, and cry can wash our sin. That's wonderful. Don't worry about it. So do you see? They said to you that the Bible is corrupt, but the Quran says, and this is the Muslim translation, which is strange that this translator here is not being hypocrite too much. It says confirming what is with them, the Jews, which is the Torah, and the Injil, which is the Christian, the gospel. So how they lie and why? The Quran is saying confirming what is with them now.
Yeah, I see.
They lie to you, my friend. They are a bunch of liars.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not going to put too much pressure on you. I can tell you are crying, and we are, you know, all the Christians there, they are praying for you.
Well, thank you very much for all this written everything. I will have a chat with some imam.
Well, what
You know,
about
if they have?
what about you challenge them to come and debate me? Let us make a challenge if they
Yes,
dare.
that's what I was gonna say. Yes.
Yeah. Let us see if they dare to do it, and you will see they were never there.
Yeah.
They were never. The only way they will come to debate me if you don't tell them Christian Prince. Don't tell them who I am. Tell them I will call this guy and you debate him live. If you tell them this is a Christian Prince, that will never happen.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome, my friend. We are happy for you, and I ask all the Christians in the chat. We have more than 1,000 people. They are listening. Please pray for this gentleman. I do not know your name, by the way, but you don't need.
My name is Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Yes.
Guys, pray for our brother Muhammad. And this is the beautiful thing about Christianity. Even if your name is Muhammad, still you are beloved by the Lord, the Messiah. And I hope soon you will see the truth, and the truth will set you free. The Messiah, he said, I am the truth, which means there's no other truth except me. So I pray to the Lord that he will bring you to the truth, and you will be free. You will not be a slave of Allah.
I beg my Muslim brothers and sisters to stop swearing, writing dirty messages. Chase the evidence. Chase your own book. Do not swear at anyone. Swear at the imams who lie to you every day. With a big smile on the face. They lie to you and they smile. I always notice that. When they have a big smile, they lie something very big. They lied about something very, very big.
All right, my friend.
Because how can I lie about God's words? How can I change God's words? If I know this is from God, I wouldn't dare to change it. But I believe these people don't even believe in God. If you believe in God, you wouldn't dare to touch His word.
And what kind of
how
God,
can you fabricate?
What kind of God he can protect his book? How the Muslim they say that Allah is the one who sent the Injil, and then the Injil is corrupt. I mean, this is an insult to their God. You know what I mean? It's
You
silly.
you buy a BMW from BMW with 3 years warranty. They say if you fabricate anything, your warranty will expire because we made this car. Nobody can, find a mistake. So how about God's words? How could you fabricate God's words?
How he
You can't
allowed
even
them.
fabricate your BMW.
How he allowed them. And once I asked a Muslim sheikh, he says to me that the Bible is corrupt. So I asked him, before I show him those verses, I said, okay, was it fabricated by Allah will or against his will? He said, I need to think about this and I will call you back. And since then, he never called me back.
Yeah. Happens to me when I ask too many questions. To be honest, when they ask too many questions, they try to, not to see me. They pretend to be busy. They calling me back. They give me a call. They have appointments, this and that. But it's just running away from the facts.
But you see, as long you notice that they are trying fooling around, why you were not sure. I mean, why you waited all this time. I mean, you notice that there is something fishy.
Yeah, because I wake up in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. I go to work. They don't work. They never work. They make easy money. That's why.
All right.
That's why this is a good business for them. That's why I believe that's why they lying about it. They want to keep the business.
I'm happy for you, my friend, that you decide to leave Islam.
Thank you very much for everybody.
You can call me anytime you wish. Feel free, and I will be happy.
I appreciate that.
All right.
Thank
Take care,
you,
my friend. God bless. Take care.
Have a good.
All right. That's wonderful. It was. It's always like this. You see, when a Muslim he call me, he's upset, he's angry. You must be either you are a big fat liar. That's what he said. But am I? Everything I say, I show in the screen, live evidence. And no Muslim there really, especially I'm not talking about, most of Muslims are poor people. They've been lied to. Those who he said, our friend here, I don't know, his name is Muhammad, right? He said Muhammad. The one who claimed to be Imam. Why they will not debate me? Because as he said, they are doing business. They will destroy their career. It's a big mistake. That's why always they try to debate somebody. He's an American. Not too much about Islam, because it doesn't matter really how much you try to learn about Islam. As long as you don't speak Arabic, still you are limited. Because as you see, like even if you read all the books about Islam in English, which is not translated in English, the translation always they play with. There's no translation you can trust. There's no even the Muslims don't accept the translations for the Quran, because they knew that the translation is meant to lie, so we can convert some Christians, some Hindus, some Buddhas, and some atheists. The translation is not meant to translate. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to stay longer. Maybe many of you would like to talk to me, but honestly, I'm really getting tired. I did not eat since yesterday, and I better stop here, otherwise this is endless. Subscribe to our channel. Feel free to download all my videos, and always, if you don't find my video, you can go and you can click at Patreon. Always I update the link, because people download my videos and we update the link which is in a Patreon. So, or you can search the same title in YouTube. Sometimes people they change it. Just be sure you filter, but like the last 24 hours, so you will not go to an older video. And you can find always the video which we have already. So the video, it might take some time before you can download it, maybe 20-30 minutes maximum, and then you can download. And feel free, post my videos whatever you wish. Actually, I encourage you to do that, because the whole point of what we do is spreading the message. This is not about Christian Prince. You do not know who I am. You have no idea who I am. My real name is not a Christian Prince, or what I confirm to you. I am a Christian, and he made me a prince, humbly. We follow the Messiah, and he is the King of the kings, and there's no better name better than his name. They can say whatever they want. They can try to fight him. They can to fabricate lies about him, but he is the truth. Even in the devil book, even the devil, he could not deny the Messiah. This is why Muhammad, he says that the Messiah is the Spirit of God. He is the Word of God. And he is born from no father, for he is the Son of God. And right now as we speak, even according to the yellow pages of the Quran, he is in heaven listening to us. The Messiah, he said, every two of you mention my name, I will be between you. He is the Alpha, he is the Omega. And I pray that next time we hear from our friend Muhammad, we will hear from him that he accepted the Messiah as his personal savior, because Christ is a personal Lord. He is not the owner of his slaves. This is why when we pray, we say, our Father in heaven. And this is the huge difference between Christianity. Our God is our Father. Your God, he is a slave owner. We are children of God. You are a slave of Allah. And we cannot compare between a child of a king, the King of Kings, and a slave. Enjoy your slavery, Muslims. Thank you everybody for being here. May the Lord bless you all. And until we see you again, maybe tomorrow, Christ is Lord and Islam is false. Thank you very much. Take care.